All right. I'll come knock some sense into them.
Alright, welcome back. Third time's the charm. Hi, I'm SotO. This is Build Wars 2, and we're going to be going through the story tonight for the last chapter of SotO. Sorry about the false starts, but it is what it is. Thus, computers are magic as usual. So, I don't have any waypoints on this character, so you guys get a nice little vignette of me flying over there on my Bladesworn lady. Hey, Kashima, what's up? Welcome back. Hopefully you're well. Is good, is hot here, although I'm sure south of us you are also burning up. There is music for this video game, right? Like, I'm not just like crazy and there's no music. There's the music. Computers and computing. Computer just takes some time to compute. Sometimes you pull up Twitch and it tries to push 1080 and then it screws your encoding, so you can't push 1080. But we're here now. I think we did it. Shocktify gave me a hand. It's good, it's good. Yeah, you can get like 25k on an auto attack thief, quickness thief. It's pretty sick. You were not wrong about that. Most of the people on shout out to you guys as well. We can talk about the video I did a little bit. I wasn't even going to record anything like I said that day, but yesterday we got the new relics, which are pretty sick, honestly. Not just Zakros, but like all of the relics, right? And they're all pretty neat. Zakros obviously being the Zakaros obviously being the standout. But the point I was making in that video was not, oh, this is an immortal build, you need to nerf it arenanet, lol, this relic's dumb. The point I was making was more that if you have everything that can, and Silhouette kind of echoed this with a point that he made, if you already have a bunch of people running, you know, basically glass builds, does this add anything to the game in 3 years? Does it change the meta and the shift in anything? So, is an interesting conversation to say the least. We'll look at it a little bit more after Friday, Shocktify. See how it shakes out. I am still dropping all the frames in the world, chat. This is why... So this is what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Since I started the facecam thing, the subs and the follows are amazing. They're the same as always. The metrics have been down on the channel because probably I'm ugly. And also, it's really destroying my encoding. So I'm going to be reworking a little bit of a couple things in the coming months. See if we can get it back to where I want it.
Enough! Calm yourselves. What's the situation here?
Oh my god, they animated the commander.
Galrath went back to Tyria to report to Iskarin. We don't know what he'll recommend.
But if he does support sending the full Astral Ward, we would be fools to attack without them. We would be fools to wait here for reinforcements that may
I like the
come.
Cryptus facepalm.
Have you been up there? We are stretched across dozens of positions, barely able to hold them.
Oh yeah, she knocks it out of the park. Whoever the
Must we all be dead before we're allowed to strike?
voice actress is for the female Norn.
You are generals. Show each other some respect, at least.
I was wondering where you went.
I understand your desire for reinforcements.
Same,
I
Kashima.
will not be beholden to Iskarin's whims. But neither do
We have this cool faceplate.
Sacrifice. I have watched the battlefield for weeks now. We have been overstretched and vulnerable the entire time.
Apologies, my lady. We will restructure our defenses to get
Home, Ramses. I mean no reproach. But if Epoch's forces could have shattered our defenses at any moment, why are we still here?
Are you suggesting Eparch's army isn't as strong as it appears?
impossible. I know you sensed, as I have, the souls of the thousands of soldiers stationed in Zakiros. I wish to strike as you do, my lady, but we should not underestimate our foe.
Time travel, Kashima.
We move now, and you're wrong.
Then my head will be the first to fall. I ask nothing more of you than I offer of myself.
So who do you need me to get rid of?
We're conducting a lot of shaping operations out there right now, and I'm sure the troops could use your help. Battles are raging across Nyos. If we can free up our troops from those conflicts, we can improve our odds.
I will remain here to craft our battle plan. Fro,
Sorry.
perhaps you can offer your insight on that matter.
When the hour comes, Wayfinder, I will call on you.
I'm face palming.
Miss out on all the fun.
Make sure you guys have your Guild Wars 2 accounts connected. It's actually worth it this time. So if you have a drops enabled on the back end of Guild Wars 2 site, you can get a free outfit voucher for watching enough Guild Wars 2s on Twitch. I think it ends on Sunday as well.
It gives me some pause, I must say.
We're talking to everybody, so strap in. All the lore.
But Patha is right. If Epoch's army was as strong as it appeared, how has he not crushed us yet? We have a saying here. If your horns are in, your head is also.
No, Victor. They're never going to do it.
Has been at risk from the first battle cry.
They don't.
There's no retreating at
It's not a priority. I wish they'd rework Bladesborn as well. Let me check my lighting so I'm not pink here, chat. There we go. Okay, got it.
Tensions are certainly high right now.
It is inevitable. The fate of our world is at stake, and the lives of our soldiers as well. Frode and the General may argue about their methods, but their goals are aligned. I am glad you are here. Your presence as a way of reminding people what they are truly fighting for.
Better.
Do not demur from this. You are as vital to our chances as anyone else. I thank you for that.
Because you move the dialogue along. No problem, Ramses. How do you talk? Do you have a mouth? Oh, he has a mouth, but no eyes. Okay, how do you see? I have no eyes, but I must see.
Is Aaron going to help us?
I really don't know. I wish I did, but he operates on a different level than I do. It would make a big difference to have him here. We need every powerful ally we can.
Are her cool foot wraps in the game?
But truthfully,
Speaking of feet.
with Nephis. We're losing good soldiers trying to hold these lines. We need to strike while we still can.
Well, that's because SotO's not an expansion, Kashima. It's a battle
Are the troops
pass.
prepared?
Been saying that for a year.
They're gonna get.
And that's why people feel
Love
cheated.
Time to work with them, but it's a luxury we can't afford. We'll find out how good a job we've done when the battle begins. That's always the decider.
And people are also realizing they're growing up. Isgarin might help us re-story, but talking about what's going on, Kashima brings it up in a pretty positive way. But like, people are, I don't know, there's this sentiment flying around in the Guild Wars 2 zeitgeist right now that people are upset about, you know, SotO. They're like, this wasn't the thing I paid for, but it was. We got everything and more that they said they were going to do. It's just that words are easy, work's hard, and people don't know how to put points into themselves. So instead of infusions, load in when you can, guys. Looks good, by the way. We're not dropping frames anymore. Let me know if that happens again, chat. But oh, nice. The second event is fill the bar. Yeah, I'm okay with that. There was a talking part. Yeah, the biggest issue, I think, is just the mislabeling of it as an expansion. But I still think that compared to... And we can have this conversation now while I fill the bar. That's totally fine. If it was a story, I'd want to pay attention to the story. But I've got things rolling. But, like, the biggest issue is their use of the word expansion, right? If they called it... But here's the other thing, too. People lie in marketing all the time to sell their stuff. That's, like, how marketing works. Okay, advance or adventures. Got it. Cool. Sick. If I was in charge of Guild Wars 2 marketing, I absolutely also would have called this an expansion. Because it was, compared to something like Icebreed Saga, right? Like, Icebreed Saga compared to this was nothing. Is this just fly around and get the stuff that torments you for some reason? Like, Icebreed Saga was billed as expansion level content. Personally, I feel more cheated paying nothing for that than I do paying $25 for this. Because personally, I understand $25 is a lot of money to some people, but I think part of the reason is the same thing. Same reason, at least, you know, I'm not going to tell you your feelings or your opinions are wrong, but personally, I don't feel cheated for this because I only paid $25 for it. I think a lot of people bought the upgraded version which really just comes with more gems, which isn't a bad deal on the gems. It could be much worse. Look at any of the other content that other people put out, right? And it just comes with more gems, and they paid $80 and they didn't get $80 worth of the thing, and they're pissed, right? It's the same thing with the fashion discussion that we had before, where it's like people, because time is money and people attach, you know, value to, let's see if we can do this again just over and over and over. Sorry, there was dialogue going on. Cryptus being sad. People attach like value to money, right? Because time is money and you work for your money, and that's how capitalism works. And because a lot of people bought the $55 or the $80 version, which I believe I told everybody not to, but you know, that's neither here nor there. They're upset and they're pissed and they're like, where's my expansion, arenanet? This is not what I paid for. And it's like, well, I get that, but at the same time, the games industry is changing. So yeah, and like you said, you can technically call it an expansion. It adds story, lore, maps, and battle passes, at least crappy battle passes, but put out by most other companies, usually just come with cosmetic hats that you can earn or incentivize you to play like the game that already exists there in some ways, so they can keep making more hats so that people can keep, you know, eating food, because eating food is pretty good, right? Can't just do the same one over and over, drat. All right. But if you look at this as terms as like, okay, take the word expansion or battle pass out of it. Was it worth $25? Absolutely. Like, regardless of what you think, I still think the shared weapons thing is a mistake from a balance perspective, but that's a completely different discussion. There is no music in this zone. Oh my god, chat, we are turning some on while we have this discussion. Perfect. So if you look at it from like did you get your money's worth thing, especially if you use the ridiculous movie, you know, movie ticket or amusement park analogy, absolutely, dude. Even if you only played like 3 hours of this, you got your money's worth, at least as far as like US, you know, inflationary prices go. Yeah, but Victor, I'd only be good at like modifying warrior, right? I know about Bladesworn, I know about warrior, I've touched Mesmer, and you know, if you think I'd make a good balanced dev, go tell arenanet. I don't know, post on their forums. If you think I'd make a crappy balanced dev, do the same. I had somebody comment on one of my videos today that my immortal, you know, Deadeye build is, you know, crappy compared to Hyzen's, and it's true, but that's not the point I was making with that video at all, and I told them that. I was talking about the evolution of meta in like MMOs. Oh, what are those? These are sick. What are your swords? Come back, lady. Is the game balance okay with you? Tell me if it's too loud or too soft. And yeah, like I said, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you come over to Twitch and connect your account so you get the drops. It's an outfit this time, or it's an outfit selection. It's pretty sick. I think people are upset because they... I don't want to go like, oh, I majored in psychology on this, but anger comes from within, right? It's like how my personal motto is, you know, happiness comes from within too. And no one wants to put points into themselves or self-validate or look at why the anger comes from. So, you know, they're unhappy about a thing. They're pissed at the thing that they can, you know, yell at. But at the same time, like, screaming at the devs isn't going to do anything. You know, if you dislike a thing very vehemently and publicly, there's a chance that the thing you dislike might just go away, right? No, and Hyzen's great, and I told him that. Like, Hyzen's builds are amazing. He's a good player, and his builds are awesome. I think he kind of has a crappy attitude, but that's irrelevant too. Like, it's like saying, oh, this open, you know, this PvP build sucks when the video completely wasn't about that. That's not the point, though. I'm sure that person hopefully got it. I want to pick on people. I've had a standard policy where when and if, you know, I think everyone's opinion's valid, and if you're confused about a thing or if you want to make a point, that's totally fine, man. It is what it is. Look at Dragon Trigger do damage in PvE, man. And Victor, always keep hoping, man. Like, don't give up. I know it's been a year. You know, there's other games to play. Bladesworn doesn't need to be relevant world versus world. I also apologize that Gunsaber is actually the loudest thing in existence. Yeah, and that's another thing, right? The game is good, and it actively doesn't hate its player base, right, Kashima? People are just, like, mad because they finally, I think, realized that SotO is not an expansion. It's just a really good battle pass. And it was just called an expansion. I don't know. I'm great. I loved it. It's okay to not play one video game forever. There's other stuff to play, right? A lot of people have ducked in and out, and that's been really good for their marketing model overall. That's true. You just have to do infinity damage and not die Shaktify, and Bladesworn's good. Very true. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you connect a Twitch account and come over to Twitch because there are Twitch drops. It doesn't have to be me, but there's a free outfit, which is pretty sick compared to what they usually give us. And arenanet has had an overall policy of not hating their customers, right? And unless you play Bladesworn, you're not. No, that's not fair. Unless you play, like, you know, even I do it, right? I attach artificial value when I try to separate myself with things like Bladesworn to something I put a lot of time into and effort, and it hurts when it gets nerfed, right? So that's actually a really good comparison that we can bring back. So it's like, you know, people who are only PvE players are pissed, right? They're pissed or artificially pissed. Maybe they're just internet pissed and they'll calm down tomorrow after they realize push-ups aren't that hard, right? I don't know. Yeah, but here's the thing, Kashima. You could say the same thing about the 3-month intervals between story chapters, not keeping up the hyper interest, about the regular, you know, saga thing, right? If it helped this game still exist, I think that's objectively better than not having a video game, but having a bunch of hype at, like, launch, right? I do think that it would have helped a lot if Chapter 2 and 3 weren't kind of super mediocre. Right, exactly. Did you get $25 worth out of SotO? Probably not, right? If you got, like, $25 worth at all, like, it's probably worth it. And again, inflation adjustment, disclaimer, I do understand that's a lot of money for some people. I apologize. And good evening to you as well, Elisoni. Hopefully you're well. Hopefully you're enjoying the content. Apologies I couldn't stream right when the thing dropped on Tuesday. It was a chaotic day in New York. Also, Gunsaber is the... Is this blowing out your ears too, chat? Because I will turn the game down. I just have music on in between. Breathe. I don't know if there's a nail in the coffin. I just think the coffin's kind of open-topped right now. I think Guild Wars 2 is doing fine monetarily. It's doing great. They've gotten more people since they released it. You know, Steam was just a cherry. Since End of Dragons came out, they've been able to restructure their studio. They got funding for Guild Wars 3, right? If that's not an indicator of, like, how well they're doing when other studios that are, you know, NCSoft manages are getting shuttered, I don't know what is. So people can hate on the studio all they want, right? It's doing well. It's doing really well. I don't know, man. It is what it is. Even though my boy got dumpstered, even though, you know, there's plenty of things arenanet could do better. It's kind of like... So here's a really good analogy, chat. Again, sorry, I was coming off the energy from the gym there at the start. Wasn't in streamer mode. There's a thing in marketing where people only fill out surveys when they're upset with something. This is exactly that. Right? Probably wouldn't have paid $25 just for the new weapons, but weapon master training, positioning, armor, and convergence. See, and those are things that matter to you. This is the other thing about Guild Wars 2, and I keep needing to put the graphic on the actual channel. There's, 9 different directions, and those are just the main directions when you join this game, right? That you can run in. You can go balance, you can go raid, you can go RP, you can just do story, you can walk around and, with your friends, you can RP a farmer. It doesn't matter. The game doesn't tell you any of those things exist. So if at the time, I have a lot of people come and go in the guild. I have a lot of people duck in and out of our Discord content, check in with the game. And this game is the perfect MMO for it. And that's why I think it's going to outlast all the others and why it's still around. Because sometimes there's not content for you. It's okay to not play the game, right? Sometimes there isn't world versus world or balance patches or whatever, or story chapters. And juggling all of those things is a miracle of God. I can't believe we get the things of the quality that we get with the limited development team that arenanet has compared to some other games. It's insane to me. Yes, and Kashima, at the end of the day, it remains a very good game, and I don't really regret getting the expansion for it. Exactly. I will say, to be fair, jebaiting people for the $75 price tag when you call it an expansion, little scummy. That I can understand if you paid $75 why you're a little bit more pissed than everybody else. But also, they actually told you how they were releasing stuff and what you were getting when. So, and they stuck to those dates. Me personally, though, I guess I'm biased because I had this joke with Slade and a bunch of other people from our guild where I'd often ask him, would you pay $30 just for new elite specs? And he said, yeah. And I was like, yeah, I would too. Because that's what matters to us, right? But there's a lot of people that wouldn't because they don't care about that or don't care as much. This is a build channel, so the sample size is pretty skewed, but it's, $25 for a new weapon? Probably not by itself, right? But $25 for a new weapon and all the other stuff we got, including, and I want to emphasize this is the best thing they've ever put in the game. Period. I think the action camera thing, Kashima, and that's actually worth transitioning. How do I phrase this better? The action camera thing, another free quality of life update they could have charged you $5 for, right? But because people aren't used to that with Guild Wars 2, they didn't have to. Ooh. Story lore. Turn the music down. Shh. That wasn't that bad. We're just here talking about stuff. Why are people complaining on Reddit? I think Reddit's just full of complainers. Hot take, Reddit pissed about needless shit. Been your moist take zone with SotO, partially because it's 90 degrees in New York. Get a towel. People are funny. If all of the releases had been the quality of the second release and the beginning of the third release, I would agree. But so far they're not. Maybe this one is. I don't know. They could just start waving dicks in my face. I'd be like, this is a weird direction. I don't know where you're going with this, but, is what it is.
And after we breach the walls?
There are 3 towers in Zakheros, and all must be taken if we are to win the day.
Sick.
We're going to have to split our forces between them. We try to take them one at a time, the defenses will shred us.
Where do you want me?
You will join me as I infiltrate the spider's lair.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Of course, that assumes.
My lady, please. I am hurt. And beg a favor of you.
I got you. I tried to heal him.
Death to the false king.
Who's the false king? Oh, we have achievement. Shit. Defeat. Okay, quick. And I don't know what the second one is. And we gotta heal Patha. Okay. Not on a healing builds. Where's Patha? Where's Patha? Where's Patha? Why does she not have a Tartar getting reticle on her head? Quick look for giant feet, chat. Why they put staff in the game so you could specifically do this achievement. It was basically impossible before that. Yeah, I'll heal them with my warrior F1. That's a good point, Kashima. Oh, yeah. I'm an achievement hunter, chat. We do achievements here. Except I just lost one. No, I got one. That's how that works. Hey, Sergio, what's up? Welcome back. Hopefully you're well. Hopefully you're enjoying. I'm actually really glad I didn't stream yesterday because I was just exhausted, and also it kind of let me think about like all the new relics and stuff. I think it's great that we finally got a just base movement speed relic as well. The one that's like plus 25. So apologies to anyone who showed up at noon, but I did try to let people know in the little post I did. I think it was just the one that we did that we had to kill within a certain time limit. I think the action camera thing, though, Kashima, is like really sick because they're realizing that more and more people are playing on things like Steam Deck. So it's pretty cool, honestly. Keep in mind, chat, that that movement speed relic will, I think, run up against, especially if you use, like, things that increase it further beyond, you know, they say they stack with movement speed. You will run into a movement speed cap out of combat unless they've changed that, which is usually 400. On mounts, it's higher. I don't think that they've altered it on mounts, although they may have. Reddit's funny, right? I don't know. Reddit has great discussions and also just... It's just the psych... whatever it is, the id of humanity, right? It's such a good and bad force. As somebody who works in, you know, public-facing marketing, though, it's always funny just to see what people care about when... Then you have to remember that, you know, you get sad when you remember that a lot of these people have jobs and, like, put on pants. Ah! Blinded. Okay.
It's over.
Let none of them through. Got it. This is pretty good. It's like 0 to combat. I'm engaged. I'm enjoying the video game. I like how the first bit of this was like, Eparch can't possibly take us... No, that was the other story we accidentally played. Never mind. I was going to say, like, first bit of this was like, Eparch can't do shit against us, and then, you know, Eparch's doing shit against us. That's the other thing, too. Talking about, like, the disconnect and the engagement between stories, is I was actually talking to my friend about this, and he works in game design. It's really, really, really difficult in any kind of episodic anything, especially when you transition between writers, to engage people in non-artificial, meaningful ways. So I don't know. On a personal level, the story that I liked the best was, spoilers for Season 4. I'll let people mute their stream, but the one where you just lose. And everyone, they were being really cagey about the future of the game and everything else, and everyone's like, you know, Aurene dies in quotes, and everyone's like, what do we do now? I don't know. And then the game fades to black and it ends, and you're just like, is Guild Wars 2 done? That was great. That was fantastic. Obviously, you can't do that every episode because then you end up with a cliffhanger exhaustion, right? You know, artificial raising the stakes for no reason, but it's... The funny part is, though, Kashima, the dude who wrote Season 4, like Thunderhead Keep or whatever it was called, quit before the last episode came out, so he either finished writing it or wasn't involved in that. And... We already discussed it, Maddie. Reddit's pissed. I'm fine with it, is the TLDR. Go rewind 20 minutes. That was a sexy laugh.
My lady?
You smell it on their remains too, don't you, Ramses? Not hatred or fury, nor zeal, nor fervor. Something sweeter.
Lust. No. Damn it. That's Reddit. Fuck. Strawberry? We gotta wait for it to get... Oh my god. Okay.
Prepare the soldiers to move. Zakiros awaits.
Zakiros. That's how you pronounce the bullshit relic. We're good. We have learned, chat. I got a mastery point. Officially the best. Ignore the fact that I haven't maxed my masteries from, like, any of the other story, right? Okie dokie. So from a marketing perspective, how would I change / advertise the new product scheme to the public? You're always going to have... That's a great question, Elisoni. Let me think about it for more than 4 seconds before I answer you. The hard part is people are just going to be pissed. You need people to be less pissed about something because they attach, again, artificial meaning to frivolous things. Or whether it's valid or invalid, right? There's arguments to be made both ways during every discussion.
Yes, sir.
Good. It'll be all.
Question, sir, if I may.
What's this?
Speak freely.
I love the little
How
conversations.
do I tell the good cryptis from the bad cryptis?
How could you tell members of your crew from members of the inquest?
Uniforms, typically, sir.
Tell you what, soldier. They ask you for help, help them. They try to stick their horns in you, kill them. That clear it up?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good life advice. I'm going to give this guy a medal. You know what? I'm going to give you some might. So the question was, how would I change my marketing? New product schema to the public. You can't go back on the calling it an expansion now, right? Because like it said, like Kashima said, it technically was, and also, especially compared to products they've put out in the past, you just can't, because then that's it's a bad look. But at the same point, it, you know, there's valid criticism to be had there.
Your confidence is encouraging, Tyrion. Given the circumstances around Labrys' sacrifice, I have reservations.
More of your people should join us.
Had Her Majesty's gamble at the Colosseum paid off, our forces would be much more formidable.
I like they even, like, animate them talking.
People to Eparch's side, and his calculated retreat and promise of revenge seems to have discouraged many of yours.
If he's so strong, why did he retreat in the first place?
The answer to that question is my greatest fear, friend.
Don't end sentences with friend chat. Just sounds weird. Chat. Yeah, they can't go back on... Ooh, you're an event. I want to do you, Felix. You can't go back on... Sorry, on the marketing thing, right? You have to keep calling them expansions. But now people know what they're getting. I think, honestly, if you're just in terms of arenanet, you don't change anything. You just release another quality thing. Like, you take the actual criticism that people had, like maybe, you know, shared weapons wasn't a great idea, but that's just a personal thing, right? That's just something I'm invested in. Or, like, the actually actionable things that you can act on, and you work on that. Which, to their credit, I don't think it was a It's not now a marketing issue. It maybe was originally, but now it's more of a thing like Colin originally said. We're just going to make a good game. And they just need to keep making a good game. And eventually, you can't stay outraged forever. People will either, you know, stop playing it and go away, or they'll stop being outraged and play it. So, there's your splash screen, chat. Path of Fire was really cool, too, with our first kind. You can spoil Path of Fire, Kashima, that's fine. Just don't spoil, like, this chapter of SotO. From... I was answering your question. Sure.
Time to recover. He suffered a defeat. He's vulnerable. retreats to his throne, an army between us, with time on his side. With so few of us left to fight,
Here's my chair.
feel Epoch's multitudes waiting ahead as I do, General. They overwhelm the senses. This chance will never come again, slight as it may be. We must strike.
Indeed, we must. Tag the front arena. Take the
Sorry.
wood. Rally any who stand to cover our flanks.
Heather,
Majesty.
respectfully, I've walked the path with you this far. I'm not stopping here.
Very well. Dagda, Frode, should we fail, I ask that you give asylum to
Yes,
my
this looks like a demon environment, Kashima.
Fighter and the Outrider fight with you. You won't fail.
This looks like what I honestly thought all of Neos was gonna look like. I'm not saying all the cryptists need to be into red. I'm just saying this looks like the inside of a demon's stomach, and Neos looks like a
Move swiftly when provoked. His
day in New York
forces must be
on a
around,
gray day.
yet I sense they do not attack. Why? Do not forget, he stayed his hand upon witnessing Labrys's sacrifice.
Labrys.
If ever there was a time for him to act without thought, that was it.
Yes, we fight on Epoch's turf. He is ancient and cunning. There can be no
I can't
doubt
spell either.
he
Don't worry
is
about it.
prepared.
The enemy lurks. Be on your guard.
We got some achievements? We got an achievement. Okay, find all books. Okay, we can read. I can learn how to read before we have to find books. That's fine. Quick, chat, teach me how to read. Actual question, chat, I'm actually asking this. Is Gunsaber too loud for you because it is destroying my eardrums? And I will turn the game down, if so. I also, I think I want to finish this story before I finish answering your question. That's a really good question, though, Alisani. See, we'll see how it ends. Can't really hear the game much at all. Perfect. That's exactly where I want it. Even turn it up a little bit. The reason I have it turned down so much is because Gunsaber, for whatever reason, is also the loudest thing in existence. And whenever I do story, you know. Yeah, different people's setups are different too. That's why it's helpful for me to let me know. Thanks.
Nothing can bring me down.
I think the wolf with the drawn-on wings is very funny in the gem store. That was one Reddit thing that should have been upvoted. That was extremely hilarious. People still buy that, by the way. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Just buy your daughter a Gunsaber. There's a 5-head move. They make them in, like, Japan. I haven't looked into this in real life. Shut up. Yeah, thematically it does kind of make sense with, like, the king devouring everything being inside. You know, a demon finally. Alright, we gotta find books, chat. Don't let me get distracted. Real important that we find all the books. Does this count as a book? This counts as a book. I am reading. I am reading. I am reading. So is Garen is the bad guy? Is this the visual storytelling they threatened?
Not there anymore.
I will say my personal one criticism of the writing, and maybe this has been great and I just haven't gotten it. I know the person who, or the people in charge, obviously Dark Souls does very good visual storytelling, but Dark Souls almost didn't take off, and it took like 3 games for those to get popular, right? And they hinted that they wanted to move more towards a thematic and Dark Souls-y way, both in the demons and the character design, of telling their story, right? Where the pieces of the dialogue are gradually, or the story are gradually revealed to you. So I get that. The problem is you can't just put those in like books lying around, right? The reason Dark Souls works is because it's items that you just get by proxy, and then the people choose to make investment in the story. So not the same game, but we'll see. All right, we're reading this, chat. Strap in. As we reach out to the essence surge of preserved ancient memory. So they're not books, they're mental books. Ah, it's like the US is going to be one day. Bounding creatures. Wake, my brother screams. Vines dried gone. Falling in dark place. Rookie tree. Brother suspended. Absorbed. So this is Eparch's fear. Dominating. It is the jungle. It's fear. Those are my dreams. Days, nights, I scurry, flee. Kill to survive. Lens follow. Threatening oblivion. Well, that's weird, right? Maybe I take back of all the visual storytelling, not through dialogue. So what's up with I collapse his resplendence as Garen? Was this Garen the bad guy all along, chat? You just ignore those people, Sergio. Doesn't impact my happiness.
Strike swiftly. Give them no time to set a defense. Try your heart.
As Garen being the bad guy is one that I would not have picked, but that would be sick. I was really hoping when we got the first installment of the story that Patha and the Cryptus would somehow turn out to be like one of the wizard's failed experiments from their, you know, here's a bunch of different fractals but real, where we're just screwing with people. Right? And Patha would be like evil and the commander from, you know, a different reality where the commander just lost somehow. Second release, the narration style reminded you of Baldur's Gate 3? I hope that's a good thing. I didn't play Baldur's Gate 3. I know of it. I know it was quite good. I think it's incredibly commendable of that studio to not just do Baldur's Gate until they die now. For real. It's amazing that they had the courage to say, nah, we're gonna go do other things. Keep moving so the games industry can't hunt them down, you know? Slightly out of pace. It might have had a different writer. Or a different head writer for each story instance. We gotta find books, chat. Focus. Focus. It's like, is this Rift having issues? Right, chat, you see any books? Ooh, a book! No, there's a bookshelf. That makes sense. Friends still. Put the object. So Isgarn and... Let's actually talk about the story here. Isgarn and... what's his name? Eparch are like long lost lovers or brothers, or at least friends from before question mark, right? And they've been at this war for weird centuries. As you pick up the object, a flood of sensations fills your mind. Fangs bared, growling anger, stifling fear, looms shadows, fight or be still. No fight, still be still, forever still, fight and be before still. Bosh, already still, and till still. King's feed, spitting in shadow, spire, shadow, death door. This is a long iteration of poetry. Grink has no fight. Fight and be here, Grink. No fight, be still there, Grink. Noise, great fuss, someone fights. Again, this is titled Friends Still. Interesting. Grink growls, Grink knows, gray ears, kind stranger. Gray ears. Kind stranger, ferocious stranger, I am free, we run, Grink, run, gray, away we run. I am reading this. We is me. Where is Grink? Where is Gray? Are they still? Will they be? First run.
Almost there.
What did this say? Later morn. Okay. That couldn't possibly come up later.
Ready?
I have not finished the story. Because there's a detail. I have seen the spoiler for the detail on Reddit before everything got the spoiler rule. So yes, Sergio. I will try to be pointing that out if it's the pyramid-shaped spoiler that I think it is. There's actually dudes that spawn here. Sick.
Ready?
Using my ostensible class mechanic. Oh, this is kind of fun. I'm not hating this so far. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll point it out. It is curious. We'll keep a close eye on that detail. Don't worry.
I fear we march to our end.
That bad?
Hundreds lie in wait. More, perhaps. It is difficult to
Books, yo.
discern.
Thank you.
They rhyme.
I
Books.
spoke true. A
So many
better
books.
opportunity to strike will never present itself. But that does not mean the odds are favorable.
We will turn this army to our side.
Hey, Majesty,
Books.
surely not. I will follow you to my death. But you cannot believe, after all that's happened,
No, we will turn them to our side. There is no other way.
Alright. The cool thing about Guild Wars 2 lore is that... I don't know what you're talking about, Sergio. The cool thing about Guild Wars 2 lore is they actually are really tight on their lore, and they have all this crap planned, like, somewhere in a document somewhere. So they do have a head writer, right, that keeps track of all this crap and what they can reveal and what they don't. Though where that falls down is the, again, trading of writers between episodes and the execution of, like, revealing those details. Oh my god, this is so many words. Alright. Turn Your Heart to Deldemore by Snargle Goldclaw. I am not reading all of this out loud. I guess I can read out the rest of these. It says Wooden Potatoes is going to have a field day right in between these two paragraphs, actually. This is so many words. I think this is detailing dwarf sex. I'm not even kidding. Yep, it is. This is dwarf erotica. I'm glad I'm not reading this out loud. Somebody's into it. There's an achievement to read this, chat. Learned that Deldemore transmutes stone during ceremonies held by priests, usually a group to save time. They would not have been sleeping in their homes. Okay, so this is either like fan fiction that y'all just read with your eyes unclouded by hate and clouded by other things, or The Raid of the Great Dwarf is bullshit. Fogs, what was that one called? Because the titles are important usually with lore stuff. I'm actually really into writing characters, so this is really interesting. When character design, like character and storytelling are done well, they're actually really interesting to me. Turn Your Heart to Deldemore by... Okay, so it's Snargle. So that's just smut that I just had you paused on 3 minutes. I apologize, chat. Fogs, or maybe Snargle's the prophet of our time. And yeah, estimated Wooden Potato stream 38 hours probably. Hey, it's good for him. He's good at lore. As you pick up an object, this is called Fog's Fuel. As you pick up the object, a flood of sensations fills your mind. So this is more mental books. Subsiding guilt, diminishing fear. I guess the cryptids communicate through emotions. Security, favor, swelling pride. Dominion consumes. Crumbrous, the gift of mother and midnight. Why was Snargle's book in a cryptist library? Whatever. Humorous, the gifts of mother and midnight. Given rarely, given freely. High, the cost. Dominion feeds insatiable. The unwitting, the unworthy. Herded, reduced to despair, to terror, to fuel, to fog. Okay. We got some fog being fueled by Cryptus getting eaten here, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Disquiet avoided. As you pick up the object, a flood of sensations fills your mind. Cold, tension, grinding of fangs, sour anguish. Movement stilled. So these are all like how they communicate by like ideas of things, right? This why it's like these three things separated by a period, right? They're communicating kind of like how characters in Asian alphabets just communicate like the concept relating to another concept. I think that's what they're trying to get through with this writing. It'd be interesting to see how this translates. Snargle steamy romance reaches the end of the universe. That's true. Yeah, no worries. Have a good night. If you do. All right. Disquiet avoided. As you pick up the object, a flood of sensations fills your mind. Cold tension, grinding of fangs, sour anguish, movement stilled, shouts, murmurs, silence. The general back turned with him, countless, against him more. Edge of Zacropos. Nerida, that's a relic from last time, a step. Chasm, a nexus, a step. Will he take it? Will they allow it? Who's they? He steps, queenly snarl, a kingly sneer, but no more. Another disquiet avoided. For now, the general, his house, his people, exile. For now we step. Okay, cool. Who's behind the cryptis, chat? Thirst for power. As you pick up the object, a flood of sensations fills your mind. Ancient stone, fresh essence. It'd be funny if there was like a flood of sensations fills your mind, wink with Snargle's thing. Anyway, thirst for power. Pick up the object, a flood of sensation fills your mind. Ancient stone, fresh essence, hunger, fierce beauty, unbreakable will. Mother of nails. I dislike that these are all in the same location. Chalice claw wrapped. With time it brims. She is all divine. Her voice, the future of vision. Forever she sips, in the mind's divinity speaks, dedicated the many. Selfless in devotion, an offering in sacrifice, chalice past, aroma heady, no more is time. Indomitable we few, many we few, undying we few, undying in death. Okay, dokie. What was that one called? Thirst for power. Alright, so that's... If all of the story had been communicated like this, I would have less of a problem with it from a writing perspective. King's... Maybe it has been. I haven't paid attention. I don't know. King's Seat. I think this is the last one we'll see. As you pick up the object, a flood of sensations fills your mind. Exhaustion, wariness, apprehension, awe, swelling pride. We wait. Prostrate. All eyes on an august force. Our lives hanging on a spider's silk. Throne of midnight. Bone of stone. Seat of the Midnight King, now melded, essence and sinew by King's order, augmented by our claws, reshaped. Power, strength, corporal, prostrate, we wait, eyes unmoving, he lowers himself, will, silken thread hold, a smirk, nigh, imperceptible. Relief, pride, life, power, strength, seat, title, throne of midnight, seat of the Midnight King. Admonishment louder, in all caps, throne of the Midnight King, seat of the Midnight King. Okie dokie. And that wall is moving, chat. Books. You pay for YouTube Premium? Yeah, that's fair. Twitch also has Twitch drops. And if you have a free Prime sub, you can get commercials less on the channel of Megas. If you don't, I totally understand. Head over to YouTube. Twitch has one pre-roll commercial. I have like the minimum turned on. It's just I wasn't aware that that was even going to be a thing when I signed up for you know, the Twitch partner agreement. So apologies. I get it though. But yeah, if you have a Prime sub, give it to somebody else. I'm sorry, I'm distracted. Too engrossed in the story. Somebody who makes money from this crap. I usually just use them for giveaways and whatnot. No worries either way, dude.
Give me something to hit.
I don't think I missed... If chat knows that I missed a book, let me know that I missed a book. That's not a spoiler. I would very much like to not replay this, but I do enjoy reading the little books they have. It's not bad so far, Jan. I'm enjoying it. This will be spoilers, so if you plan on playing through it yourself, I'll be reading everything, looking at everything. I know, balanced channel. Oh, no worries, dude. Your criticism is... It wasn't complaining. That was, if anything, that was valid. If you think that was complaining, you need to go to Reddit right now to find out what complaining's like. That was perfectly valid criticism. That, you know, I don't do this for money. I stream Guild Wars and try to get people into playing Guild Wars on a handheld for fun. So if you guys have, you know, if it's ruining your experience because there's more ads on the channel, that's not something I want. That's why I haven't monetized any of my crap on YouTube, right? See you, Jan. Have a good night. Totally understand. Yeah, be careful with spoilers if you want to play through it yourself. This came up when I was raided by Syndrunner the other night. Where people were like, why don't you monetize your crap? 8 cents is 8 cents. And I'm like, I don't want to decrease the, you know, viewing experience for the people to watch me. They hang out, they chill, they have fun. The lighting here is sick. Yes, you are correct, Kashima. It helps that my character is also yellow. So, because in case you didn't know, yellow and red they make you feel desire. But this is pretty solid as far as color theory goes. It does look like Ultra Kill Act 2. As I was watching a playthrough slash all of the... After you linked it to me, I was watching a bunch of the like music from that game. And they had like it over a playthrough. Does remind me of that. So this guy is named Master of Reliquaries, which is not like, you know, hate or strife or whatever they're usually named. It's interesting. I'm also trying to think of, because I didn't spoil myself too much on the story, like, I'm trying to think of the names of the other relics. So we have, like, Relic of Zakros, Relic of the Twin Generals. I think there was something in one of the books I read about that. So maybe this dude has a twin that we're gonna have to fight.
Move decisively. Give no quarter to any who oppose us.
I have a better question before we go into this giant black door that couldn't possibly be a boss fight. Yeah, enter the chamber, be ready for anything. Thanks, game. I like the little objectives where it's just like survive, right? What's the heart of the obscure? You know? I'm East Coast. I'm in New York City. Not in New York City. I'm in New York State. Sorry. I wish I was in New York City. I'd have fiber. Oh my god, what the fuck?
No. We are fools.
You're fools? Why are we fools?
Labrys' words. The strength to do that which the common cryptis will not.
There is no army.
There never was.
Countless innocents.
So he ate them all?
First the battle below, now this. He has methodically weakened us while strengthening himself.
There is no gravity to which he will not.
I had chills. That was good.
They should have been under our protection.
What?
Rest in honor under the tree of mourning if time allowed. Destroy them, then at least they can never be consumed. Wait, Wayfinder, can your heart of the obscure set free their essence peacefully? They deserve that much, at least.
Yes, they do.
So are all of these pyres like consumed cryptis, or am I missing something here? Okay, they're over here. So all of these like mangled flesh sacks are cryptis. Oh, you're enjoying the amazingly stable weather that we have then, Magus, where it went from like, you know, 2 degrees outside to 90. Okay, let's not screw this up, chat. We have 2 achievements. We have to find more books. Okay, we have to experience a lot of dreams, so strap in here. I'm going to assume that is this. Yes. Lots of sensation, flood around, rite of passage, chill wilderness, exhaustion, crackling, warning flames, resonant voices, safety. Okay. So the dude outside that I pointed out had a different name. Again, visual storytelling a little bit. His job was just to, like, guard this chamber of corpses, right? Kind of dark. Freshly caught prey, welcoming door, approval, pride. See, like, this part I'm looking forward to Wooding Potatoes explaining, like, each of these. Essence contained within the heart of the obscure hums quietly. Thoughts, sensations flood your mind, fangs, blades, rage, terror, prisons. Portal winking closed, sickling realization. Okay, I gotta pay more attention to these. I'm starting to get the feeling that all of these cryptists are gonna be like variants of the commander that died. Stone, voices, pitch, rhythmic cadence, contentedness. I feel like these are all memories. Yeah, I do too, Kashima. I like it when Guild Wars 2 gets dark. I feel like these are all describing memories that the commander has had, but they're so vague it could just be like anything. Maybe I'm giving the story too much credit, but I guess we'll see. Maybe it's even better. Rocky hill, muted gray, grasses swinging, dark breeze, and net fish, stone warming, glowing, heating embers. Okay, dude was a fisherman. There are... Cryptists don't use nets, right? There's weird lag. Hang on. Oh yeah, we're dropping hella frames. Hang on, chat. Let me see if I can make this a little bit better for you guys. I don't know what's, again, been up with, like, Twitch and stream. Twitch might just be getting bombed, but it also may be on my side. So let me see if I can do anything about this. Hold, please. This is, again, why I was really afraid of streaming with a face cam, because it just destroys my encoding. Because I get, like, 2 megabits up. Shout out to New York for their stellar internet. Thank you, Spectrum. Although, theoretically, I'm getting better internet. Because they finally gave me a date. We'll see how that do. Close this for you. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Close my preview on YouTube. Oh, it's restream. Okay, I think we're good. Nope, it just paused it. That's great. Sorry about that. Alright, we're back. We good? Yeah, we're back. That works. Sorry about that.
I am awesome.
Good torches, jagged silhouettes, barking orders. Things dragged away, fury helpless.
Bring your army then, he said. I will devour everything.
To the throne room. We are all that stands between
No, they won't.
Epoch and our
I guess.
extinction.
Go watch the 1 minute, the 7-minute video. If you have questions about that. But it's more of a just a discussion I wanted to get out in front of. Because, like I mentioned, no one reads the comments, it's fine. But Silhouette and I talk about balance all the time. And it's... I think, if anything, it'll just shift the meta. I don't think new options for metas are bad, right? I just think that things like Relic of Zakros... I'm afraid of power creep getting too egregious. But it won't ruin... Yeah, it won't ruin Guild Wars. I know you were kidding with your question, but... People think I'm serious. Everyone takes everything. Okay, we are dropping frames. We're gonna switch to this. Let's see if that helps, chat. Face cam going away. Did not help, chat. It is 100% on Twitch's side.
Nothing can bring me down.
We'll give this a shot. See how it rolls. Sorry, Cash. Can either have a laggy stream or we can try this and see how it do. I'll give it another shot in like a month when Spectrum gives me decent upload. Seems 90% fine. Alright, switch it back. Got all these set up for a reason. It bothers me as somebody who used to run event support so much when stuff like this screws up, so it's not really, like I said, I want to create the best viewing experience for you guys, and if it's eating a bucket of wet cats, that's not absolutely acceptable at all. Okay, we're good. Let's get back to it. See how this rolls. Why am I so orange? Why am I suddenly orange? I'm so orange. Why am I orange? Hang on. Neil. Eparchs say in the mini cinematic for an achievement. Okay. So orange, chat. Hang on. Was I orange this whole time? Like, aggressively orange. There we go. A little bit better. Streaming's magic. I don't know how people do it. Aren't you glad? Pretty much. Can you even kneel with a gun saber? Ah, Cryptus memory. Almost missed a book, chat. Poke at the essence, visions overtake your sight. Eparch's regret. I don't know, dude. It's in like red when I have my face cam on. Switch between this. See that. Camera. Correct resolution. I don't know, dog. Eparch's regret. You poke at the essence and visions overtake your sight. Belonging, hunger, rejection, seer's homes, tower, rest, breathe, peace. He teaches, I learn. Tyria, so vast, I hunger, worry, I explain. Dismissal, unbalanced, he says. Speaks of ascension, waiting, sorrow, equilibrium. I must feed, I hunger. Why is he so empty? Alone, hunger, nothing, hunger. What's causing his hunger, chat? Hunting, blood, centaur village. Drained, regret, he watches. Disdain, fear, I plead, he does not hear. Shouting. Tyria vanishes. Falling, flying, dirt, home, naos. Okay, we're reading this bitch again. Chat. No, I don't read Remember Wildstar. I never played it. I definitely heard of it, though. Eparch's regret. You poke at the essence and visions overtake your sight. Belonging, hunger, rejection. So, hunger came after belonging. Rejection, probably because of his hunger. The seer's home, the tower. Rest, breathe, peace. He teaches, I learn. Tyria, so vast. I hunger, worry, I explain. Dismissal. So he's dismissed by Asgaran. Unbalanced, he says, for being insane. Speaks of ascension. Waiting, sorrow. And again, that's in Asgaran's opinion. We don't know if Asgaran's a good guy yet. Equilibrium, I must feed, I hunger. Why is he so empty? Alone. So he's thinking about Asgaran, maybe? Hunger, nothing. So he's, every time he hungers, he eats. Hunting, blood, centaur village, drained. Regret, he watches. Disdain, fear. Plead, he does nothing. He does not hear. Shouting, Tyria vanishes. So he's banished from Tyria. Falling, flying, dirt, home, naos. So he's banished to naos. Yeah, again, we should be thankful it's not Wildstar, right? Because it had a ton of potential. Like, again, people complaining, you know, no one in my community probably doing it, but people complaining about, you know, stuff on Reddit, it's, that thing you're complaining about might just go away, right? So, it is what it is. Let's minimize this, see if the preview affects anything. I swear it's on Restream side. Am I just stuck? No, I'm still streaming. Let me know if the stream just errors out for you guys, chat. I blame Reddit for all my problems, too. Can't get up in the morning. I'm like, ah, damn it, Reddit. Alright, story. Let's go. I don't even know if I'm going to put this on YouTube with all the problems we've been having. I test everything before every stream, too, by the way, guys. I literally watch my VODs back. I look at my hideous face, and I'm like, hey, what can I do to improve this? And I test everything, I troubleshoot everything, and nothing works. So, apologies if the stream looks like awful on your end. Okay.
I feel something amiss.
You too, dude. Okie dokie. I get it. Oh. They got an eye motif going on here, chat. That's all I'm gonna say.
The throne room, Majesty. Are you prepared to face the king?
That throne is mine. Wayfinder, open the way for the true Midnight King.
I'm busy, like, reading books here. Eparch's fury, brushing up against the essence and old memory swirls through your mind. Anticipation impatience, a sudden waft from the open doors. Founders enter an empty table. Nepha's steely, formal, still armed. Austin hovering. Jovial, that needed to be capitalized. Nope, there was a comma. Hovering, jovial, her charisma, inevitable, fabe. Thundering, ponderous, and unreadable slate. So this is the general that died, that Cirrus killed, I think. He's from Shadow, watching everything, everyone. All except who is skeptical, lacking vision, I provide. Scarran's candor, name drop. Matching and mirroring, matching? No, eclipsing. So he wants to be better than Isgarn. Phabe's stare pierces, judging like the seer. Arcus worships, mind dances, a web forms motive. Fear. Fear for Neos, fear for Cryptus. The fires of anger stoked. Back to Tyria, his tower. Regret will collapse. Beg for my resplendence. So the dude's basically being, like, fueled by jealousy of Isgarn. It's also interesting that these memories are where they're placed, right? Like, that one's on a blood pool. You know, just a blood pool that everybody has. Oh yeah, and that's the thing. You can do all the pre-work, Magus. I worked in event support for like 3 years. I did.
Finally, she brings herself before the throne. I've been waiting, princess of traitors.
I'm down, trailer.
Gorging yourself while we cut our way through your defenses. Bold strategy, King. Was the Queen your strategist? Perhaps without Labrys.
Do not speak her name.
He pissed.
Kneel. Sacrifice yourself to me, as you forced your queen to do.
No joke, I would really care if he had feet.
But I am not so noble.
Labrys was right to refuse negotiations with you. You will kneel, or my generals will make you kneel. Your strength is
I'm
mine,
always achieving
and
great.
You can
my
type.
strength is the lifeblood of the Cryptis. Speak your last words.
We'll throw your bones from Eventide's bridge. The
This is good
Cryptids
framing.
will spit on your memory.
Rude.
Labrys sacrificed herself for nothing.
No, I got it, Sergio. I got it. Thank you. You can do it during the cutscene. You were right. It was in the bottom right. Like I say, I play on a stretched monitor. Yeah. Thank you for the tip. Also, why are you watching on YouTube? Come over to Twitch, get the free outfit. Dude, if I was actually thinking that, not even kidding, Silhouette, if this was a world versus world map, that would pop off, especially as Kashima said with the lighting that's been going on in here, like the red and the accented. Not so much this scene, but like everything leading up to this. That would be sick. Also, I was in Muckluck's stream a little bit earlier, and he was trying to figure out why he kept getting feared. I think he was having stability corrupted into boons because he was doing the new fractal. And I was like, dude, they should just make this fractal a world versus world boss. Oh no, we have achievements, chat. What's the achievement? I'm gonna jump over the thing. Is it to jump over the things? Oh, there's a time limit. Okay. Gotta try. Probably should have actually put on a build. It wasn't like world versus world. Oops.
Defense, then offense.
Okay, drop of regret. Drop of regret. Drop of regret. Getting the droplets. Playing the video game. You don't like Twitch? No? Fair enough. Yeah, it's kind of the Reddit of streaming services, right? You have to run as far as you can to the door. For what? For an okay. I have run through the door, Sergio. I have been lied to. There was no achievement. Trying to procrastinate, get me to not finish the fight. Probably just did it wrong. Like busy not kneeling. Behind you. Ah, there you go. I see. Good call. Oh, stop him. No.
Confuses me. Will you save your people by consuming them all?
Does he have feet, chat?
To your antiquated ideals, wizard. Our enemies have
See.
never understood what it takes.
He doesn't have feet, he must be a bad guy.
That is why you will
We're gonna think I have a problem.
Criteria will be mine tomorrow. Your gluttony has given you strength beyond mine.
It's lame that there's a bunch of dialogue, and this is an achievement that's taking down. Just saying, it should pause.
A pointless gesture, but I welcome it.
I guess they just added extra time.
I couldn't pass up this chance to help end yours. Cantha, Wayfinder, join your power with mine. The heart.
We anime now, chat.
Might makes me right.
Just dropping so many frames, oh my god. One day I'll have real upload, chat. It'll be amazing. I swear to god I'll live in a first world country. Silhouette knows my pain. We've been talking about. He healed all of his health. Well, fuck me. I should have brought a DPS build. Stop having fun, arenanet. We'll just replay this shit. We were doing something, Been reading books to fight up Arc for most of the stream. It makes sense though, right, Silhouette? Like they sold... It's kind of like that, oh, now he has like no health. This is sick. It's kind of like that statue that Square Enix, or Enix sold of Tifa with her butt in the air. It's like the statue of Paitha is just like her with her feet out. You know, I know it sells. People can say what they want. People vote with their wallets. Yeah, Spellbreaker might be a little rough. I'm like doing a Macarena here. Trying to do. You can't mash it, Jet.
Not there anymore.
Oh my god, I can use it with Gunsaber. Nice, canceled Dragon Trigger because none of my class mechanics work together. Sick. Dude, Pistol Thief, yeah, you asked me earlier, it's like, I had forgotten a bunch of things in that build too. It does like 25k in auto attacks and never dies. I probably would have been done with this fight already. I take that back. If you want to give yourself quickness, you need to press buttons. Kinda need. You don't need alacrity though. I'm realizing though that I should make more open world builds because people seem to care about that.
Not there anymore.
That was not the point of that video. I don't know. People are weird. That was one of my favorite things to do, Kojima, before I got into like raiding and stuff, was just pick a direction and dive in it in Guild Wars 2. Just like come across events happening. You know? Like, oh, what are you? You're a farmer. I'm supposed to be focused on the climactic demon fight. Probably like pick up some of these things, huh? Gotta take balls to the face, chat. Important while you're thinking about feet to take balls to the face. I don't even know what these do, but they're glowing and I'm picking them up. I know they have descriptions, arenanet. A little busy right now. If only I didn't have to stay in one place for my class mechanic. I think Heisen and everybody else has got that covered though, like I said. Like, Heisen doesn't make bad builds. It was just completely not the point. Exactly. Just take balls to the face, chat. It's not weird. How much time we got? It's actually like kinda interesting. We're down to the wire. Unless he has some kind of bullshit talking final form. I'd actually be able to get this. Dragon Trigger, come out, please. Play. My god, we got it. 10 seconds left. Yeah, he did a good job showing. People like his solo content. People also like when he shits on content. For some reason, I don't really get that.
Understood. Cryptis, wanderer. All our kind are despised. For that which is our nature. We are predators. We must feed.
He's got a bow.
We court extinction.
Oh, that's fair.
I see now. Nothing will stop you from taking the Midnight Throne.
A lot of blood here.
Take it, but do not forsake your people. All we have labored for. Take my strength. Consume me.
Undo it.
For the Cryptis.
Undo it. Spellcasting effect.
It was never your strength to kill.
Great. We just put a new despot on the throne.
So it ends. And so the reign of...
You certainly took your time.
I am here now. When it matters? When your survival was all but assured, only then did you stick your neck out for our people. I risked nothing for your people. I risked exposure to rid our worlds of Epoch. And while I hope it proves worthwhile, the survival of the Cryptis people was not a requirement. Let's see that we do not stand on opposite sides of the battlefield one day, Seer.
General, gather the wounded. Iskaran, we are in your debt. I need time to set my house in order. I will contact you then.
It's like a hell of a house. It doesn't even have a roof. This isn't a house.
Majesty.
Look at this.
It's time to go home. Wayfinder?
You should have been like, it's Commander.
Nyos owes a great deal to you, Wayfinder.
Wayfinder.
I expect we'll see you in the Wizard's Tower soon. You're always welcome here, friend.
Oh, I missed the
Your
Easter egg.
legend will walk our dreams for eternity. As will yours, Outrider.
I was too focused on the achievement.
Thank you, Ramses.
In the tower, then.
The Wizard's Tower will be ready to receive the Midnight King.
I like that they're doing the, you know, symmetric gender pronoun thing, where she's king. That's cool. So, oh, there was a general and he just died. Does anyone know if the thing is like, well, they're selling that in the gem store. Also gross, it's made out of cryptis. Does anyone know if the Easter egg is still accessible? Like if we can see it? I was so focused on the achievement that, or like the little teaser thing. Without spoiling it in chat, hopefully. Back and yes. Yeah, you can see it. Go back up to the top of the stairs. Okay. I'll talk to everybody as well. Now, like, move away from it or something. Slowly pan right. Not seeing it. Have to be on the throne. Nope, get out of my channel, Michael. Thank you, though. Maybe down the stairs a little. Appreciate the engagement. Is it supposed to be, like, on the wall? I swear I'm not crazy, this is a thing. Someone will probably have a gif of it on Reddit. Where is it supposed to be? Is it supposed to be above the throne or just like over here? It's okay, we can talk to people. Don't worry about it. If it was up there when it was up there the first time, that's fine. I can look at it on the VOD. I was just curious. Yeah, there's some stuff hovering up to the right of the throne. Okay. Might have been only during the fight, but I also might just be like bad, right? I may have to trip the flag again. Let's give this one more shot.
Quickly, defense, then offense.
No spoilers, Maddie. We're trying to hunt a secret here. Where were these things in that fight? They would have been helpful. There's a Veil Guardian. It's very translucent. Okay, I'll look for it in the VOD. It was on the VOD. Yeah, there's some spoilers for future, maybe what those memories are talking about. Done friend, world travels. Wars Wizard's Tower attempted to cast away the chance of centuries tyranny to halt lost of this should be voice acted in exchange for power beyond comprehension, perhaps where I find or perhaps. If Scarin truly questioned the strength of my convictions, it felt highly unlikely any of us would still be alive. He is quite touchy. I look forward to rallying him for centuries to come. Cute. Isgarin's got a girlfriend with feet. No. Chat spam's welcome here, unless it's the Russian spam bot thing that we had. I get the weirdest spam bots, and this channel's tiny. King's subject come to pay respects to Midnight King. Attempt to keep what status they had to Eparch, no doubt. Look around me, eyes of Zakharos. Continued existence. Nation life. But I wonder who Zakharos was in lore, because it's like the throne of Zakharos, right? Or that's the location. Short term, yes, she just demonstrated she has the strength. Though the power from Cryptus and Neos. Some will test her undoubtedly. This should really be voice acted and tested, and if that fails, seems to the Majesty. This is really important. This should be voice acted. There was one more, I think. Ramses, maybe? No, like the weird ones I'm talking about that are... This was not a talk option. This was a greed option. Ramses, I must confess I believed in Pathos cause. I never believed... I must confess, much as I believed in Pathos cause, I never allowed myself to consider the aftermath of her victory. He's got a rival syndrome, chat. That is, up until her lady, her majesty, I have a feeling we will meet again, but there is much to do here first. Good problem to have, no? Short. Cheaping out on something? No, they've done that before, where it's just, like, not voice acted in the, epilogue, or the epilogue instances, and it's run around, talk to everybody. So, I think we missed a book, chat. That's too bad. I'll have to replay it. So, I don't want to spoil for you guys, but go check Reddit if you want to know what's watching us during the fight, because it's something, and it's something hella interesting. And it's something they've been seeding, like, the entirety of Guild Wars 2's existence. You did see it? Okay, I didn't, because I was focused on, like, fighting. Apparently it's watching you during the fight. It's hella interesting. Yep. Coach mission Guild Wars 1. It's also in Wing 4. Yeah. Kushima, it's something like that. It's Cal's eye that he's been keeping on balance this whole time. The eye that he's been close eye he's been keeping on Celestial. Wouldn't that be funny if, like, the close eye joke that he's been making the entire time, like, every balance stream is, like, a meta reference to this shit? That'd be funny. That would be actually genuinely, if that was intentional, it probably wasn't, but that would be genuinely actually kind of funny, right?
Wow, that's quality armor. Thanks.
Yeah, Cal Kohan is the final boss of Guild Wars 2. You have to fight him while he tries to nerf your class. Oh, I know. Yeah, I know. Balance stream on Friday. Get hyped. We'll be doing it. So that's doing our reaction stream to that 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific. Gonna be sick. Where is this? Return to the Wizard's Tower. I'm in the Wizard's Tower, bitch. Where do I go in the Wizard's Tower? Do I have to go up? Oh, I have to go up to, like, Asgarin's fuck office. Alright, hang on. We're going up, chat. We're taking the long way. So, yeah, I was making eye jokes. Oh, they have to. Kushima, the quality armor thing has to be everywhere. Has to have quality armor everywhere. Alright, this is an official chapter. This is not, I hope it's no more caves, location silhouette. I hope it's somewhere bright and sunny.
Wayfinder, not a moment too soon. They're about to get into it.
Oh, you're not joining us? You know the situation as well as anyone.
Getting into the middle of that group? I'd rather face down Eparch again.
Are we gonna, like...
I think I'll leave that to you. I just wanted to catch a glimpse of it myself.
Don't tarry too long, soldier. You're overdue for some leave. Welcome home.
Wayfinder.
I thought she said commander, and I was about to have my mind exploded. I was like, is Ariana just a commander from a different timeline from the like Wizard's weird fractal experiments? Dude's job is to stand there with his arms crossed. All right, moment of truth. Do you have feet?
Let's delay this no longer.
Does he have feet?
No need
Need to know.
Galrath does so enjoy our presence.
Isgarin has no feet.
I've seen you lot in battle. Huh. We've got nothing to worry about.
Sorry.
What would you know of battle? You were not present for... Enough!
Can I sit?
We will
Can
not
sit.
waste time with idle chatter. There is still much to be done in Nios.
Let us proceed then. Doctor.
You gotta pay for that, Gremini.
Agreed upon.
The Cryptus incursion into Tyria will cease immediately. No Cryptus will enter Tyria again without direct invitation.
And any remaining loyalists who do, you're free to dispose of.
Additionally, the Astral Ward will maintain a presence in Nios until such time as it is deemed by us to be unnecessary. In return, amnesty will be granted to the Cryptus, and we will recognize Patha as the legitimate sovereign of Nios.
We accept your terms.
Perhaps now there can finally be peace.
We must hope.
Thanks, Brahms'
so.
dad.
If this were to happen again, I promise you that it would not end in negotiations.
Your thoughts, Wayfinder?
This is a chance for peace and friendship. The Cryptus just got this one chance of redemption. Got this one chance at redemption. Okay, so happy, harsh, cherish the victory while we can. Please don't tell me there's an achievement for selecting all of these arenanet. What mood am I in? I'm not a doom and gloomer. Let's go peace and
We've laid
friendship.
the foundation for a lasting peace and friendship here.
RP here.
Let's not waste that opportunity.
We will not.
There is also the other matter we discussed, Gareth. Do you accept?
Got a pet name for him.
I do. Ramses will have a place here as long as he pleases.
My lady.
Your affection for Tyrians is no secret, Ramses. And you have more than earned a place as our ambassador.
Thank you, my king. I will not let you down.
That leaves just one final thing. You, Wayfinder. While there are many who have fought alongside me, none have been more steadfast or capable.
We'll get to a
I
rating,
do want
Maddie.
to thank you,
Don't worry about it.
Wayfinder. Your aid was clearly needed here.
When you already
As
bought
long
it, can
as
you skip
I
it?
live, your name will never be forgotten in Nios.
Hey, Boy Max, what's up?
You
Give the
have
follow.
my
Appreciate it.
eternal thanks.
I don't... Okay. Is that like the 3 fireworks they fired off? Oh, nope, there's more. Ah ha ha ha! I think Bog Otter has a production credit in here. I saw something about that on his like Twitter or something. When I logged on to message Muckluck the anthology of Bladesworn bugs that exist, because he asked for it. Let's find Cal Cohen in here. Can I move these so we can see the credits? I can. These are all going to be really important. This is like important. The F. Yeah, I heard that was happening, no, but at least that game gets to exist still. Shutting down the MMO and turning it into a single player game. Fine with that if they bring Dark Dragon back. Yo, like... This feels important, so addressed to Livia. So help me. You must muster the energy and return to the city at once. I don't care what disguise you wear to get out. Come as an ooze or especially sharp rock, but there are things I must discuss with you. Generally good things, I might add. So Livia was disguised. Alright, I might add where the queen is involved, so must you be where her majesty is involved. So is the blade. So this is... Alright. Why is this in the wizard's tower? From Anais, right? Like, think about where they put stuff. That seems super fucking important. Alright. Here's had his spiritual reconciliation along with his physical one. I don't think so. It's just a different release cadence, right? Maddie, my little pocket review for SotO is it's worth 25 bucks. I'm interested in the lore here.
Hey, Fiona. How's
What the
it going?
fuck?
Good to see you, Bobby. Didn't Ninos treat you well?
Yeah, you know. It was pretty intense. But nothing I couldn't handle. So, anyway, now that we've both got leave, maybe you'd want to go somewhere?
Everybody's so horny in this chapter. Is that just me? I feel like I'm getting the vibe. This code is just like third wheel in it. Oh my god, so much dialogue. Alright.
So you have no aspirations
This is voice
for
acted.
the throne yourself?
None whatsoever. There is a weight that comes with the
I didn't think it was that bad, Griminy.
desire to carry it.
That's not really a commentary on the story, though. It's just how you play it.
Aether has proven that she can lead our people.
Dude, there was a Snargle book earlier. No, you missed it. I almost read it accidentally.
Expertise. Those arise, I will offer my counsel. That is all that is needed of me.
Do you think the peace will last?
For the immediate future, yes. The people have tired of war. This will be an opportunity for them to prosper. But time will weather that relief, and people will forget what war cost them. We will have to remain vigilant. I promise you this, however. War between Nios and Tyria will not come again as long as I draw breath.
Oh, he's dead.
Let us hope my fellows feel as strongly as I do.
Can you trust Xantheron?
One need not trust a predator if you remove its claws. And he still has his uses. There are many loyalists left, and we
Who the fuck is Xantheron?
us if we are to keep this dream alive. They will listen to him. Ultimately, that is more important than the punishment he unquestionably deserves. We are forced to compromise.
If you got the Pathos dating simulator, you would have given them more money. It's fair.
One's hands more than war.
They sold statues.
May you spend your twilight years in battle instead.
That'd fit somewhere. Alright. General dude doing alright. What's up, Brahm's dad? Oh my god. Chat, my eyeballs. Brahm's dad doesn't get a voice actor for this last bit. I swear to god, if this dude isn't Brahm's dad, I'm gonna be pissed. This is a missed opportunity. They're being really cagey about who Brahm's dad is. Not advisable for your country. Well, I don't make the rules.
Feel about being named ambassador.
I also think most of the rules are largely idiotic.
Mere hours ago, I entered Tyria for the first time, and now I'm going to stay here. It's exciting in its way, though. The smells and sensations, the lights and colors, the strange shapes of the creatures. I'm not sure I'll be much use as an ambassador, as distracted as I am. I wonder if Arena will be willing to lead me around.
In this chapter, if it fades to black with Isgar and Paith, and I'm out.
Couldn't have done this without you.
I am humbled by your praise, Wayfinder, but I merely did what anyone should be willing to
do for their homeland.
Dude, blinking's hard. We need a blink emote.
I have been a small part of something greater. That is enough for me. But I am pleased that I've earned your respect. And I hope your friendship as well.
Of course, Ramses.
Twilight, I actually had this fun conversation, my chiropractor speaking of Twilight, where, I mean, people can like what they like. I like plenty of deranged trash too, but the last movie of Twilight has one of the best action sequences that wasn't in the book ever put to film, and nobody saw it. It's like straight up Avengers level, and they can just rip heads off and do whatever they want because there's no blood because they're all vampires. It's crazy. And it's all a dream or whatever.
Changed your mind about the Cryptus?
Why would I have? I never doubted that Paitha's forces could win. Just what her victory would really mean. We're going to find out if they're as capable of peace as you hope.
A lot of people have worked on this.
It'll be a long time before we know the answer. I'm no warmonger, Wayfinder. If they maintain the peace, I am happy to do likewise. If Tyria is safe, I am satisfied.
Good life advice. Don't start shit.
What did you report to Isgarin?
That Paitha's army was winning, and that Astral Ward support should be sent to end the war. What? Not what you expected. I'm a man of my word, Wayfinder. I asked you to prove that you could win, and you did. I held up my end of the bargain.
They should have just sent the, like, level 100 hyena.
Convincing, of course, but I know how he thinks. A chance to avenge the deaths of Vas, Hakim, and Maban. To give a punitive lecture to Epar. He was never going to miss that opportunity.
Maybe Isgarin will make you the ambassador to Nyos.
I like you, Wayfinder.
I like this guy. He's got a good voice actor. What's your name? Garlath the Undying. What's his name? The mummy sort of race that they got going on. Telescope. Sick. These guys look a bit clearer tonight than ever before. The perfect nature reflecting the distance. Fireworks beyond the stars stretching to the vast reaches of the heavens. Wonder if heavens is a clue. Dagda. Now that you're not a strike mission, what are you about? So be at the battle. You don't get a voice actor. Alright, fair enough. I do believe the right thing in Paitha the Cryptus. The real question is, did they get Zoja back for the last bit? Because I doubt it. Alright, Isgarin. Where's the real thing, chat? Why don't you have feet?
Still try to keep the Astral Ward a secret.
The value of secrecy has not diminished, but I must admit it will be difficult to
Damn, some deep lore. He's from Guild Wars 1. That's sick.
And
Dying dude.
half uncovered is often more dangerous than one fully revealed.
Too expensive.
There is time still.
Have you priced her out, Maddie?
From the knowledge of its own frailty, then that must be done. I will evaluate our options, however, and come to whatever conclusion best suits.
I still think Isgarin should have been evil. It's true. We have posture checks. We don't have blind checks.
Why didn't you come to help?
That's a great question, actually.
Such accusation.
Yeah, Felicia Day.
One would think my support never arrived at all. You are not so naive as the rest of them.
See how much she is on Fiverr, Maddie. You got time.
Foolish idealism. Until I could be certain that my support would ensure your victory, committing our forces.
I like, honestly, I don't hate the writing behind Isgarin. I want your cape, dude. I'm awesome.
I have lived a long time with the consequences of my prior impulsiveness.
Okay, fair enough. I like Isgarin's characterization for what it's worth.
I expect so.
I think this is okay.
But there are contingencies for any eventuality. We will not be caught unaware again. It will take far beyond your lifespan for their forces to grow strong enough to be a threat again anyway. But peace
Okay, Guild Wars 3 far in the future, got it.
As we remain strong enough to enforce it. That is the only reason it ever lasts.
I really almost feel like we should be having this conversation with Eparch and not Isgarin, but it's interesting that they went the Eparch ate his army route. Spoilers, I guess.
My I could have made a snack of you when we first met. And now, you've proven yourself an entire meal.
Fade to black. Get the... Sorry.
How does it feel to finally sit
Oh
on
my
the throne?
god. This game.
Comfortable. Though I'll need to do some redecorating. Epoch never had much taste.
Bro, that last zone was sick.
In truth, the crown is heavy. There are thousands of wounded to be tended to.
They use the AI lip syncing thing. Other games are using. Actually good use of AI.
From the beginning, of course. A king must bear the burden of the entire kingdom. It will be many days before things are right. There will be little time for sleep. But
You sleep?
there will be time for dreams.
I still don't get the thing where like Naos is the realm of dreams.
You've decided to spare Xantheron.
Xantheron is a pragmatist.
Hey, well, Griminy.
He will side with us, as long as that remains his best option.
Look at Xantheron.
I intend to keep it that way. And we need to gain the support of the remaining loyalists. This is the time for reconciliation, not purges.
Commander's even done.
In a way,
Sorry, Wayfinder.
having to serve under me is the most bitter punishment I could have.
That seems like a good way to inspire loyalty.
How do you feel about the Astral Ward being stationed in Nios?
There was never any other choice.
There's like 600 dialogue things here, chat, so I hope you're in for this.
Freedom. And they are too strong to refuse.
Can't see the minimap, but
Scaran worries about war returning. If this reassures him, so be it.
it's funny that she called him Isgarin there.
You Tyrians really are delicious. If
Take that
they
fence to
ever
that.
become a problem, we'll simply have a feast.
Peace out. Right. There is so much dialogue in this zone. Thank God I can use a mount. This is a build crafting channel in case you can't tell. I don't know. I like exploring their lore. I really like Guild Wars 2 characterizations. And also, Maddie, we're getting... Calm down. We're getting info on the new expansion soon. They already said that. I have a better question. Where were Eparch's feet? Are you Zoja? Oh my god, let's see if they did it.
Wayfinder, you
Holy
made
shit.
it.
So did you. Your help on the field was... Whew, that
Zoja,
entrance.
look at me.
Your power is incredible.
Thanks. Still getting used to how it feels. What is next for you then?
Not sure. Tyria doesn't know what happened here. Or in Nios. I don't know how long we can go without telling them.
That's a great question. Can't we just fucking tell people?
Lead until then. So long as everyone is safe.
He knows we
Where's
need to
this?
do something.
Where's this
Tyria
pick
is
up?
blood in the water now. Who knows what's sniffing around?
Or is ready to bite.
Right.
How about you? Any exciting wizardly duties?
Exciting? Maybe. Once we've figured out what to do with the
Yeah, I was gonna say.
inhabitants, I might explore the mists. There's so much out there to explore, to learn. So many things that might help Tyria.
That sounds like quite the adventure.
Are you gonna be okay?
Do you even have any attachment to Tyria?
Me?
Everyone is going to be fine.
Good. I'll see you later, Commander. Wayfinder. I'm sorry.
They did the thing.
Zoja.
See ya, Cormir. Can't talk to her anymore. So, yeah, what's Tyria for real? So, ultra powerful character just became a god written out of the story. Sick. Lahir's quarters. Dagda and Lahir got a thing going? Zoja has ties to the Wayfinder as much as undelivered note. Okay, Dagda. Zoja has ties to the Wayfinder much as she might not remember them. And she's determined to volunteer. Makes sense, but I think you're making a mistake joining her. So Dagda's going with Zoja. Don't get me wrong, we'll also rather see Paith on the throne than Eparch, just not sure anything short of his Garn facing Eparch himself is going to help, not to mention that you're barely recovered from the ritual, knocked out Naros creature of Amnesis, the yoga. I saw how much that took out of you. Are you sure you're up to this? I'm not going to stop you if you're set on it, but Dagda, if this fails, you're not going to be here. You're not here. Amnesis, the tower, interior are all going to be vulnerable. We need you. If you've already left, well, guess I'll throw this in the hearth next time. I'll build a fire. I build a fire. Okay. You know. Ooh, that guy's got some mad good coloring on him. Black, white, and gold. Sick. I played a little bit of Guild Wars 1 and I'm from ancillary familiar with the lore, but I'm not by any way lore buff showing. Not by any means. It's like this cryptus plant hanging out. I like that. I like that they're like hanging out with a cryptus now. That's kind of cool. So many more notes to read, chat. Oh my god. There's like 50 more things on this map. I didn't play a lot of it though. Eddie's right. What's interesting is a lot of my friends that played a lot of Guild Wars 1 didn't play this game. You don't get to be a god. Ah, the healing chick. What's up? Good find her. Congratulations. How are you feeling? Happy? Tired? Non-committal as always. There's a writing joke. Find me in the Sky Garden. Metaphor. Help me reward his cryptus. Accomplish seriously. Go get some rest. Thanks. I'll try. Rest is good, chat. Sleep is great. Oh my god, there's stairs. I never knew there were stairs here. See, they didn't really cheap out. They gave the main people voice acting, Maddie. Apologies, I've just offended like 8 Zintel fans. You can't go down the stairs. Game yells at you, you have to jump over the stairs like a badass. Why can I talk to you? Astral Ward instructor. Lecturing the cryptus. Okay, these are just random dialogues. Even at force. Okay. Well, trying to humanize the crypt. This is what chapter 2 should have been. Is people talking to the fucking cryptus, arenanet, instead of literally the one dude that you try to save and you can't, and then you're sad for reasons because he died and you met him 8 minutes ago. My biggest gripe so far with the story writing was just that chapter. Everything else has been fine. Especially these two people. If they die, I'm killing myself. Not really. Don't do that. But Jesus Christ, these two people have such good writing. Galadium and Gurchek. It's really sad. Not saying it has to be sad but be good, but really sad. What is this? Need thrill to save Reacher. Check needs. Live as Garin. So you're gonna die before his Garin. Okay. Can I talk to Galadium? Nope. Alright. Got some dust mites. You'll get their silhouette. That's okay, you're in college, you're allowed to be negative. I mean critical. Cryptos are playing hide and seek, sick. I like that all these things are marked. This would be a nightmare to do if they weren't. Can't go through the wall, chat. Don't have no clip on. Just try to be, you know, you're gonna be doom and gloom, which I know you're not. You're just tongue-in-cheek, you know, positive suggestions. What they could do better. I think their balanced team is both great and terrible, obviously. Livia? Have you been here this whole time, chick with the badass hairstyle? Olivia's off to find out what's up with Anise and the Queen. Can't go down that way, alright. No, I did not see the last bit she said. Was it important? Sorry, I can use my dragon elevator. Hold on. I heard that it was kind of relevant. I thought it was just echoing what the note had written. Check this out. Because I'm really interested more in the evolution of like the paths the characters take. Hello, my dear. Just giving our new friends a bit of a tour before I depart. I know it's been entertaining, but our time together is at an end. You have a strange idea of entertaining. Worse has been said about me over the centuries. None of it true, of course. What's your plan now? Wait for somebody to need me. They always do. Perhaps it'll be you. In the meantime, don't miss me too much. Fellow Wayfinder. So is Livia like the commander from another reality? Yeah, but Reddit's always a fire. There's no reason for Reddit to be a fire. If you guys want my pocket review of what's going on Reddit, rewind the video. There's no reason for it. People just like to attach artificial... And you can't focus on the negative, Silhouette. I understand it's just entertaining to you, but people attach artificial value to meaningless things because they pay money for it. Or put time into it and they think it justifies their, you know, they attach self-worth. Avatar of Malice looking at the snowman trying to figure it out. Kind of dig it. Got so many conspiracies in your head right now? Yeah. It's interesting. Fellow Wayfinder is that's a piece of dialogue for sure. It's up. It's up. I missed a thing. It's up. Alright, Jem. What's up? Yeah, we have a face cam. It's like glitching out. Now that Twitch, now everyone's gone to bed. All the kids are gone to bed. Twitch is like ironed out and it's not dropping frames like it was. I'll keep the face cam on if it doesn't like ruin our encoding. But like I said, I don't want it to distract from the actual Guild Wars. I know what people are here for. We missed a thing. Also, warning, spoilers if you haven't played through the story. We're doing sort of the epilogue wrap-up investigate deal. Yeah, that's interesting. Like, what I'm envisioning, right, Elisone, is we're fighting the thing that was watched, like, at the climax of... No, you're not, Shocktify. You're here for Bladesword complaining, I know. We're fighting, like, you know, Guild Wars 2 climax. We're fighting some kind of god that's made out of, like, all of Tyria, part dragon magic. Like, the left eye is the thing that was watching us, and the right eye is, like, the eye of Cirrus or something. Because they definitely got this, like, weird eye motif going on. Although maybe that's me reading too far into things. Because one's round and one's pyramidal shaped, right? Where is this mysterious green mark? I've gone all over the... Was it just literally like... Okay, it was just like a point of interest or something. That's weird.
Is mine.
This dude. Lore conversation. Where the F are... Interesting times. Alliance between the Cryptus and the Wizard's Tower. Centuries turmoil. This is... No, there's other Azura. Last, no idea. Would never considered a possibility to begin with, so perhaps it will end. Does pros... That's how Frodo said that. Okay. These are just like little things. Yeah, it's possible. The things they said were all dead and like gone. You can talk about stuff, Silhouette. I don't, you know, people are here, they're watching. I've warned people every time. Theories and whatnot. Like I said, Guild Wars 2 lore is actually really tight. It's where they fall down is what, you know, whatever writer's in charge of the actual delivery. And also, like I said, episodic story releases are really difficult to keep people engaged. It's almost basically impossible without making it feel artificial. Like, imagine if you had to release a chapter of a book, George R.R. Martin, every, like, 3 years or whatever. You wouldn't get to just write what you want or have good writing. You'd have to, like, you know, clickbait it. Would that be retconning, though? Or would it just be like, hey, they were under a rock? Because I'm a big fan of false narrative. Like, false perspective, like who's telling the story, right? Sorry. I get for having a beard. Just teaching Cryptus how to paint. I'm expressing myself. Color theory. Nice. Art of subjective, keep practicing. There you go. There's my pocket review for SotO. Art of subjective, keep practicing, chat. Alright. Go to Island Paradise over here. See, there's fishing in SotO. Skiff makes sense. It's like this one pocket of water. Hey, Brahm's sister. Wayfinder, come to enjoy the pond. Reacting various time. May take some practice. Looks like everyone is getting along. That's a good start. Okay. One more. I get to... The last one is this Cryptus. Right in Cryptus. Trying to dive. That's a long way down. I do this. Scary fun. Well, it's up to you. It's the only way I know. Can you kick him? Can I equip kick? Okay. That gives you a mastery point, by the way, talking to literally all the icons. So, we have some Livia hints. Maybe she's a she says fellow wayfinder. Interesting. I'm gonna spoil it right now, so turn off the stream if you don't want spoilers for this. The Eye of Janthier is watching you during the final fight. It's off in the corner and it disappears when you try to look at it. With at Park, and I was trying to get a good look at it. So maybe the Mersat are still around. Yeah. Eye of Janthier is supposed to be a magnet for like divine power, some special sauce. The whole story about the Chosen. We'll see. I'm a big fan of show don't tell, but that's really hard in an MMO when everyone just breezes through the dialogue because you've been conditioned to breeze through all the dialogue. So, optional explore the Wizard's Tower, it still says. Have we optionally explored the Wizard's Tower? I think we have. Pocket review of SotO since Maddie asked. Since it's all out now, last balance patch notwithstanding, I think it's worth $25. I think Release 2 sucked nuts. I think Release 3 was better, but still sort of sucked. I think the first, start strong, end strong. If you can pick one, do that, which is where they put their development time. That's good. From a balance perspective, the relics are ridiculous, but sure, whatever, fine. Power creep in the game. At least we have more stuff to play with. And I would have rather them uncouple 6-slot relics than just give us new sigils or something. I still want new sigils, but that's a different discussion. Fix Bladesworn, obligatory. I really don't like the shared weapons thing at all. From either a Lord perspective or a balance perspective, I think it's awful. But they had it ready to go, like, before SotO even came out. Ooh, there's another thing, chat. We missed one. This could change it all. Hang on. Gotta read this thing on the desk in here. Journal. Oh my god, it actually might change everything. Waiting Sorrow's Journal. So this is the Coden that was trying to be a third wheel with Isgarn and Petha. Or with that Sylvari and the Norn dude. Waiting Sorrow's Journal. The sun is fading again. When it does, my room will get dark. I will sit here alone as I can endure it. That's sad. In that darkness, a calm nothingness once waited for me. I miss that. Sometimes I heard footsteps from above. Astral Ward hurrying to their stations. Maybe a laugh somewhere down the hall. What this name's Waiting Sorrow. Long before the tower was filled with bodies, Voss would rush inside without notice, excited to show me something new, something pure, but now, screaming, crying, the kind of crying that turns your stomach sour. My mind swirls with flickers of caves and dead cubs and starving cold, cold like I've never felt it, the kind of cold that Jormag summoned. Unending and bitter, it makes me feel alone. Dust covers those memories, if they even are memories. They have to be from before I plunged into the depths of Tyrion's magic when Isgarin ascended me. I don't know what I see, what I smell, or what I hear, but all of it haunts me all the same. All of it makes me want to shed my fur and stand before the light and beg for forgiveness. I don't know what needs forgiving. He. I don't know how much more of this I can take. Dagda sees right through my eyes, into my soul and Isgarin's gaze. I've disappointed him and I haven't even left yet, but I think I need to. What the fuck is this? Oh my god. So, like, can you talk to this dude? That was, like, the penultimate piece of dialogue. What the fuck? Sorry. This is crazy. He was here before the Wizard's Tower? Has that been said anywhere else? Note from Grand Archivist Vivian. Isgarin, here are the books and artifacts acquired from Zakharos as you requested. Kindly return these to the vault in timely fashion. Even wizards are not exempt from due dates. Much as it seems they believe otherwise, Vivian. So, Isgarin's like taking notes out? I thought we got everything. There's some trivia on Waiting Sorrow's story. Apparently she was taken from Shiver Peak's area, Stillwater, speaking about 1,000 to 2,000 years ago. Okay. Huh. Alright, we got another general conversation.
I'm surprised you're part of this.
Did you expect to see me in chains? You Tyrians.
So she may have a relative left behind at the location. Okay.
Allow me to enlighten you. I served at the side of the king for longer than your kind can conceive of. Who knows the crypt?
So this is the bitch that Patha was like, it'll, you know, having to serve me, it'll be
wise enough to know she will meet my counsel. That is worth more than retribution will gain her.
punishment enough.
Let that be a lesson for you then. Your sense of justice will always be subservient to your practical needs.
There's a wiki. Oh, neat. I might actually hit that up now. Like I said, I'm really interested in the actual characters of Guild Wars 2 when they write them well. I'm super interested in, like, actual character development. The stages, not so much of the delivery of those stages. And when it's good, it's good.
It must sting.
This is all voice acted as well. I swear we never met this dude.
Do I not stand here among the victors, Tyrion?
That's
Do
true.
I not still have my horns?
You switch sides like a bitch.
My allegiance to Epoch ended with his betrayal of my brother.
Oh, he's the other twin general. Okay, red. There's the relic for you, chat.
You may not count me as a true ally, but here I stand all the same.
Homie, if you're not gonna start shit, I'm not gonna start shit.
It seems you care
My
little
nose is so
about
itchy.
the fate of your people.
Weird.
My people. You know nothing of my people. You understand so little, but you speak so boldly.
Communicating ideas and emotions.
I've given everything for the survival of the Cryptis. I have acted always for the future of Nios.
Except like you're helping a dude that like ate half your population.
That the cryptis can only be led through strength.
That doesn't justify it.
To be done. Do you have the conviction to do the same?
Also, what's his name went out like a, I know it's a story fight, he went out like a bitch for a dude that ate an army.
You believe Patha can rule the cryptis then?
At Park.
It is power and authority that rules in Nios, Tyrion. As long as she holds them, the cryptis will follow.
Dude, you can have Naos, it's gray and dumb. Not dumb, dark.
Is capable. It is not Providence that has placed the crown atop her head.
There's fish.
If she fails, it is a minor setback.
Wasn't Guildwars 1 like 5,000 years ago, or was it 500? Or maybe 8,000-ish. Your only option is I tire of your presence. Alright, bye. Sorry, dude. 250 to 300? Okay. So, she old. That's like... I almost want to go back and read that journal. So, it was like her and Isgarin in the tower. Or her and Voss in the tower, right? All these people... Like I said, their lore is actually really tight. It's just a lot of that doesn't come across unless you look for it, which is one of the reasons Wooden Potatoes, like, lore videos are so good, because he gets really passionate about the stuff and really into it. It's almost like the Vati video explaining shit of all the crap you missed, right? For the Guild Wars games. Because when you're into lore, you can digest it in that format, and that's really, really awesome. Okay. I still have achievements on my bar chat. Where'd I miss stuff? Been to the Sanctum Sanctorum. I swear I've done all of this, but I keep walking around trying to... He's been busy or something, but he does videos occasionally. It's, Maddie, even as an ancillary content creator where, like, I can just play, you know, I could just make videos where I just play World vs. World and talk forever about nothing, right? But you get, you know, playing the same game, especially something like Guild Wars 2, where people get pissed off when there's not content for them with so many different avenues, you get bored. Like, I'm not excusing it or saying it's bad or good, I'm just explaining. So you probably just, you know, people get bored doing the same thing over and over. And that's healthy. But he does, when he gets passionate about stuff, he does really good lore rundown video. Dude, it could be anything. When I watch someone who's passionate about something, I get so into it. It could be underwater basket weaving, right? And if someone's talking passionately about that, it's like when I get into build crafting and just ramble on forever. Like, you want to, you know, I'd hope you want, but you want to watch, like, that passion, because that can get really into it. And that's where I think he shines, which is like lore, right? Yeah, exactly. It's good to have alternatives. I play crap loads of Hades. Yeah, and especially if you've been doing it since the Guild Wars 1 days, right? Alright, chat, I still have these 2 achievements on my bar. Does anyone know if these go away if you talk to everybody or do everything? Check in with all your friends at the Wizard's Tower and explore all areas of the Wizard's Tower during the instance. I think I've done all of this, but, like, I don't see any more little green dots on my minimap anywhere. Probably missing, like, 1 conversation somewhere. I can replay it or whatever, but I was just wondering if anyone knew if these go away. Achievement panel, character screen. Okay, hold please. What are these called? Talk of the tower and tour of the tower. So let's just search tower. Thank you. See, I don't play PvE, so this is very interesting. Once upon a time I did. Talk of the tower completed, and you probably don't have to do all of them. So, what are the ones that are interesting to me out of this, right? Let's not go through the entire instance or the review quite yet, but the fact that Coden, first off, I didn't know Coden lived like thousands of years. That's really interesting. Maybe it's a magical Coden, I don't know, because Isgarin ascended it. That's super interesting to me. The fact that Isgarin doesn't have feet is super... No, I'm kidding. And the Patha thing is like, yeah, okay, Patha's on the throne now, great. You know, who cares? She didn't betray us surprise. If she was going to betray us, it would have been surprise the way they were writing her. I'm more interested that Nisgaran just, like, isn't evil. I was kind of pulling for that in the story chapter. But he's more just, like, you know, ultra practical, impartial. Zoja's off in her mystery journey. Why are there 2 wayfinders? Why doesn't your commander pick up on that? Are they just stupid or tired or both? What other Easter eggs are around? Neat. Okay, there you go, and then you get them when you try to go out. Okay, so for anyone curious about these, talk to the portal to actually get the achievements. Don't just leave the instance once you've talked to everybody. The portal itself has a thing on it. Now it's giving me the prompt to, like, leave. Let's just double check this. That's kind of a interesting move, arenanet. Yeah, maybe whatever's up with Livia. Gonna lead into the next story? Is there an epilogue? Guess I'm ready to leave. Alright. See if there's a epilogue. There's not? That's it? Credits roll. That was your epilogue. Story done. Okay. Chat. Let's get a good backdrop of this, right? I'm gonna take a second and form a couple coherent thoughts instead of just launching into it. Thank you for the help, by the way, Elisonic. Really appreciate that. What do I think about Secrets of the Obscure? Here, let's get some other music here for this. Or maybe record a thing like a real streamer. Now our encoding's fine. Close-up camera has decided to eat itself. That's good. That's good. All right. So, need music. Kind of forgot there's no music going on. Apologies. Just make music, right? There we go. Hey there, I'm SotO. So what do I think of Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure now that it's all out, one balance patch notwithstanding, and leading into the next expansion? My little pocket review, the TLDR too long didn't watch for this expansion, is I think it's good. I think it's worth 25 bucks. I think that hands down it is, especially even if you just go on the, like, you know, stupider things I've bought for $25, it's worth your money. And yeah, it's out of control. It's not quite out of control. Maybe if they fix Bladesworn one day, but without making it too personal, I think it's good. I think a lot of people were thrown off by the fact that they called this an expansion and not a battle pass. I called that this was a battle pass and was told that it wasn't a battle pass, and it ended up being a battle pass. But if more companies did battle passes like this expansion did this battle pass or expansion, we would have more companies and more video games to play. Because this is the best battle pass I have ever played. Period. It gives you so much content for 25 bucks. It gives you so much, like, just time, even if you don't care about story, or you don't care about build crafting, or you don't ever touch raids, right? I think that this expansion by itself, whether you think that it's expansion level, you know, does it rival Path of Fire, what we got with all the Living World seasons included for 30 bucks? No. But their studio is no longer in crunch, and I want to highlight this. This Wizard's Vault thing, by itself, you know, in an altruistic world, is worth everyone in this game who loves this game paying $25 to support. This is amazing. The fact that they completely reworked in the daily system in a manner that doesn't completely suck, that isn't gated behind some kind of paywall with a premium tier because Guild Wars 2 actually doesn't just hate its players, is amazing. There's no premium tier on that. This isn't like a premium battle pass. You just learn everything by playing the game, and if it goes away, you can earn it later. It's amazing. It's sick. There are things that I don't like in this expansion. I think the second story release is very weak. It basically was non-existent and did nothing to humanize me to the Cryptus as far as in terms of telling a story. We got a lot more of that in the last story release, where you're walking around the camp actually talking to the Cryptus before, you know, spoilers, everything pops off. But that being said, and you also get a lot more of the visual storytelling. Maybe I just paid attention to it more in the first and the end chapters of how the Cryptus actually communicate. I think they could have leveraged that to the beginning of the story rather than the end. How they sort of feel just concepts and emotions and communicate through memories. At least that's the feeling I got. There's a good tie-in, a good couple hints for the next expansion that's coming, or whatever we want to call it. I don't think arenanet should go back on their terms of Mark calling these expansions. I think that they need to stick to that now. They've, you know, maybe poisoned the well, or at least flavored the well with some flavor aid. They need to stick to that. And hopefully going forward, more people will be less pissed off in the future because, ooh, Asgaron's up there, because they won't pre-order the $75 or the $55 expansion tier and then feel cheated, right? I think that's why a lot of people are upset right now, because they thought they were getting a big deluge of content that they were used to from a studio that actively doesn't hate its players, and thus paid for the $80 or the $55 version. I don't ever advise pre-ordering anything, especially on the promise of future releases, but even if you look at it from look at this expansion from the perspective of did they deliver on what they said when they said they were going to do it? Yes, they did. We got new weapons. Yay. We got shared weapons. As far as I'm concerned, but some people like it. We got, you know, all of the new relics when they said they were going to release them. Are they balanced? Cripes, no. Ranger downstates in this game. This game is not balanced to begin with, but they're fun and they're new things to play around with. And I think on balance, overall, SotO, if you're into Guild Wars 2, especially now that it's all out, you can experience the story one after the other, if you set aside time for, you know, unskippable cutscenes, is absolutely worth your money. If you pay the $25 version. I would not buy, you know, personally, I don't need the gems, but I still would not buy, unless you super need them, the higher tiers. But if this enables arenanet, this new release model, to keep their game going until, you know, 3 years, 5 years, 8 years from now, if arenanet still exists in the same form or a similar form, when Guild Wars 3 gets funding allocated and that crosses the finish line, this is the best way they could have done it. Hands down. If you have personal complaints, you know, that's you. This is my experience, and I give this game probably an 8.5, or this expansion in terms of Guild Wars 2 delivery versus price, probably an 8.5 out of 10. I would have paid, I'm biased though, I would have paid $25 just for, you know, new elite specs. Probably not just new weapons, like some of our chat said, but, you know, it is what it is. arenanet, if you're watching this, fix Bladesworn, please. Just, you know, little addendum there. But other than that, unrelated. Expansion's good. Go check it out. Notwithstanding, this game's free to try, and we'll see what's coming next. That's it. Peace. I'm SotO. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in Tyria. Alright, we can stop recording and hopefully just dump during my frame rate. Incinerator? Yeah, and Incinerator, there you go. Kashima. Incinerator's in the Wizard's Vault. So Maddie was wrong. Take that, Maddie, and your cynicism and your being in grad school or weird status. It's not all just new weapons. Now, Incinerator being in the new weapons thing is sick. We can finally stop the tropical house. I know, I'm just driving everyone nuts. So what did you guys think? I know, Silhouette, you're enjoying the trash fire that Reddit had, but did that, like, make sense to you at all? Like what I said? I'll put the Guild Wars music back on. Like, I think that people are upset because they place a lot of personal attachment when something is... They had to give something to Virtuoso players. That's true, Griminy. No, but for real, people are upset. So here's how outrage works, chat. Outrage comes from within, just like happiness comes from within. You can buy all the cars in the world and that'll be transient. There's a great line in one of my favorite songs from Hasbin, or not Hasbin Hotel, the other one, Hell of a Boss, that Vizzy makes, where it's, money can't buy happiness, but it can rent you paradise, right? And happiness comes from within. It has to come from within. Period. That's just how it works. Like, that's my favorite character, Buddha from Record of Ragnarok. That's his entire thing, is self-validation, right? You'll never be happy if you don't learn how to achieve, and things can make you happy. They can. But outrage comes from the opposite of that, where you haven't learned how to self-validate, or you've attached personal, you know, attachment, justified or not, to a thing, and then something has made you unhappy with that, you know, the outcome of that. So people are mad because they bought the $75, which is attachment. To be fair, it's monetary attachment, or the more expensive version, or were promised an expansion when they got a really good battle pass. And that's why people are mad. That's why Reddit is, you know, people are just dying on the cross of this is the thing I like and it's not as good as my imagination, which literally nothing ever is, by the way. If you have an exception to that rule, I'd be all down to hear it and experience it for myself, but nothing's ever as good. So that's why people are mad, right? Just from a psychological perspective, because it didn't live up to their expectations and now they're pissed. This absolutely exceeded my expectations, but my expectations for SotO when I heard it was being released episodically for $25 instead of $30 were literally in the basement. My expectations for this expansion were so low that I am astonished this game is still existing and getting another expansion and then another expansion planned after that. They've already started working on whatever's after SotO, chat. That explodes my tiny monkey brain for the way the games industry is right now. Right? This game doesn't hate you. It is an MMO that has managed to hire 6 million artists and provide content year after year that doesn't hate you, right? It doesn't nickel and dime its players. It doesn't like destroy you in terms of every, you know, maybe it does personally. Maybe you play Blades War and you're dying on that artificial cross I joke about, and you're dying on that, you know, with the facsimile of me I pretend to be, but maybe it destroys you every balance patch and you can never, you know, find anything to enjoy. I don't know. As terms of masteries, this was 1,000,000% better than End of Dragons. The masteries for End of Dragons are learn how to fish and learn how to skiff, and then be able to talk to and do stuff, right? And maybe zip lines, which none of that needed to be a mastery. It was just artificial horizontal progression because that's how this game works. The dragons can take updrafts thing now is sick, and everybody has been asking for forever, right? I have no idea what they're going to do now. Right? And that's the thing, Gremini. People only notice the negatives. They don't fill out surveys when something positive happens, right? They don't fill out surveys when they have something positive to say because it hasn't triggered them enough, right? You don't get triggered positively. There's no, like, word in our, you know, zeitgeist for I'm triggered and I'm happy and it's good about a thing because outrage is easy, right? Nice. I'm glad that you're enjoying the content. Yeah, Silhouette hangs out. He's fantastic. I should probably patronize, you know, his videos more, honestly. His videos are great. Mostly. None of my videos are all the time great forever, but this is sick. Honestly, Gremini, if they want to do the thing that Final Fantasy VII is also clearly doing and take stuff from their tech that they're working on for the next expansion, like the skimmer, you know, the unbinding the water level to the bottom level, because okay, so here's the thing, chat. There's no real reason why on this map or let's talk in terms of development, Amnetis or like that last little instance of the Wizard's Tower. There's no reason that they would have developed the tech to put pools of water. They could have made all of those maps with just the tech that they had for having the water level at the base of the map. They could have done that. There is no reason they needed to develop that tech. So Gremini may have said that as a joke, but it's quite possible that we get more underwater content right now, or in the next expansion. I know everyone's gonna freak out, possibly if that happens or they announce it. But here's the thing: A, it's something that this game actually has really good underwater combat. They actually just need to balance it. B, we're getting a sunken treasure week, so that's not like too far off. C, we did just get a skimmer with basically no water content that people were joking about in the Wizard's Vault. And D, here's the thing. There's one way that people have been suggesting forever that they could do underwater combat really, 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 really well in this game. And that's what I call the lead boots theory, right? So what it does is whenever you have, like, you jump into water, right? There's a mastery track that gives you what's called lead boots. And lead boots gives you a special action key on your bar. And what the special action key does is it sinks you down to the bottom of whatever you're fighting on, and then you get on land skills. But if you swim up, which is, again, in the theming of freedom of movement, if it's done well, then you get the water combat skills, right? It is a great way, and they know people have wanted underwater weapons on land forever. They know that. Yes, the Largos are the underwater race. Absolutely, they could pull that lever. It's sick. The reason they don't expand on it, at least for up until now, is sorry, I haven't changed the font again on my thing. I have to change every time. Necron is because you have to, again, this game has 9 different directions. Maybe I can pull up the graphic. This game has 9 different directions that you can go in terms of like what you can do in this game when you join. You can go raid, you can go buildcraft, you can go world versus world, you can go PvP and never touch the story. You know, all of these different things, right? No one cares about underwater combat. I thought it was sick just going through Old Lion's Arch and swimming around, but there isn't a huge community, aka people spending money on it to actually develop that content. Ooh, one of my officers is here. So, like, that's why they haven't really reinforced it. But this game has the best combat and the best underwater combat of any MMO I've ever seen, period. So they absolutely could do that. Especially if they made it not suck. I know it's easy to say, well, just make a good thing, right? But again, to answer Elisoni's question from forever ago, I think that they don't need to fix their marketing in terms of branding SotO. Maybe they call it like a battle expansion or something, or a expansion pass or something like that, right? They can't drop the word expansion. They've dug their hole. They need to sleep in it. But honestly, I'd just call it an expansion again, because that's really realistically what it is if they're going to deliver this level of content for $25. Do I have my minor gripes with the story? Yeah, obviously. Do I have my minor gripes with, like, their balance team? Oh, hell yeah. Absolutely. Not biased at all that I can't sheath this shit, let alone that none of my skills work, right? Does that detract from my SotO experience? No. No, it doesn't. Because basically none of that was involved in SotO. So, I don't know where they go from here. I really don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited that we'll probably get news sooner than later. I'm stoked. I'd like to, you know, I'm not saying your opinion's wrong. I'm not saying my opinion's right. But this is my little pocket review for SotO, and Reddit's always going to be Reddit, right? I don't know. Sorry. Yeah. Silhouette's doing a great 0 to hero run. Been keeping my eye on that. And he's my deference for like what's going on in PV. Silhouette, did you, speaking of, since we're talking, did you get a chance, or did you find, are you in the game right now actually? I want to go test something out, right? Do you have an easy power class that you can pull like 40k on? I want to see if you can survive the aura, right? I'm not going to put you on the spot, but I'm going to kind of put you on the spot here. It's okay if you don't, dude. Just say nothing if you don't, or you just want to ignore me. But I'm bad at PvE these days, so the best I could do is like my Guardian Hammer build that auto attacks with like 30k, and that was almost surviving the like aura when I made that video this morning. So it is what it is. Here's the hints we could get from the balance stream about what's next. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Like I said, if the meta thing where like Cal's been saying we're gonna keep a close eye on it has actually been like a meta joke or a hint the entire time. I thought it was like meteors were flying by. That was gonna be sick. It's just a dude on an invisible sky scale that hasn't rendered. But that would be so funny, right? Yeah, I need more drugs. There's an avatar. There's probably a million references. Oh man. Yeah, if you have like something that hits a bunch or power DH, go through. I won't put you like on the stream unless you want to show it off, but or in the game and want to show it off. But like, go grab a power DH and throw a Relic of Zakros on it if you have the legendary thing, right? I want to see if you can survive the like. Obviously, you know, make sure you can do it first, because I suck at PvE rotations, but there's another Jotun in here? Jotun? Interesting. Oh, and he disappears. That's cool. Yeah, if you want my little pocket review for the Zakros relic, go check out the video I put out on the YouTube channel, Elisoni. Oh, and there's a banner for the YouTube, so people can jump over to Twitch, over there from Twitch and vice versa now. Sorry about that. I've been slowly becoming a real cam girl, as you can tell. Getting my shit together. Okay, I'll add you. Yeah, I want to see if you can survive the thing, because I don't think that damage aura is actually affected by toughness, but I could be wrong. I logged into the game. Perfect. I'm gonna do this real quick. You can just cheat and do all the boons and conditions and whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, also... Yeah, just validating outrage doesn't really do anything, I guess. That's my little pocket review of the reaction of the community and whatnot. More people played Bladesworn, they would have been outraged when they nerfed Daring Dragon. If more people played, you know, Untamed, they would have been outraged when they removed Fervent Force. It's artificial, you know, importance you place on things. I think this has been sick. What the fuck? For your arrival. Athon. When did I get this? This was before we did the story. Okay. So this is the fog that we were reading about, chat. A little bit. I know I missed a book. Hathon, victims of the fog. Friend of Lady Patha. Before your arrival, I stood on the edge of the fog, watching helplessly while my own succumbed to its toxicity as they attempted to flee. Now that fog has lifted, their essence is trapped. I am unable to help. I seek someone who can end their suffering. Come find me. Your aid is crucial. Message transcribed by a ward member, Brennan. Okay. So that was the end. That was the fog that Eparch was using to eat his army. Interesting, right? Interesting. I wonder also if, as far as terms of storytelling, writers like to do this a lot, where they try to like tackle actual issues subtly through, you know, Final Fantasy VII is about environmentalism. It's really not subtle about that. I wonder if the storytelling in this what's it called, chapter is in any way related to, like, you know, if you eat all the resources, then you don't have any resources, right? If you eat all your people or exploit them enough, then there's no one left to exploit, and you're left alone, which is like how Eparch was rolling, but I don't really know. We have flight. We'll go, what's this one, the new one? Heck yeah. Don't know what any of this does. I'll read it later, right? By the way, I just have 2 characters on level 80, none ascended gear and stuff, but I would like to focus on one to get the ascended gear. I'm collecting box and Wizard's Vault, so don't worry, that's good. Get the chest. Please ask me more questions like that. Been playing this game for like 10 years, and if I can't answer your question, somebody in chat can, Necron. Love questions like that. So they asked, you know, what would you focus on for in terms of legendary? You're not going to like my answer. Get the head, the chest, and the legs, obviously, from the Wizard's Vault. You get the ascended weapon. Get a sigil first. 1 sigil. 1 legendary sigil. I know that answer sucks, and it's not glamorous, and it doesn't glow or make you fancy. It will save you so much time and money and everything in terms of world versus world and PvP, and or not PvP, and PvE builds and everything else you want to play, because you can take it in and slot it out freely from your Wizard's Vault. It will save you so much of a headache. It will infinitely justify the 300 to 400 gold. Then you can do whatever you want. Then I would go for like armor or do the return to achievements for the legendary amulet. Soul Beast fails. Interesting. I would have thought Soul Beast would be all right, since it doesn't give itself barrier, but maybe not. Yeah, we can show off what I'm talking about here. Interesting. This is the crossover that you've all been dreaming of. I forced silhouette. I would get 1 sigil. Yes, I would get 1 sigil, and then you could do the relic. Mostly because the sigil is infinitely cheaper. 1 sigil will be the quality of life that... No, I mean 1 sigil, the things that go into your weapons. Because there are things like cleansing sigils that you need to literally craft for world versus world. There are energy sigils that will be 2 to 20 gold, depending on whether or not arenanet has been made them Mirage relevant recently. There will be transitioning back into a build channel chat. Thank you. Water. That sometime, or no, that's not the one that's like a million billion gold. Hang on, the trading post is dying. Hang on, I can illustrate this point better like this. So, Sigil of Carcass Slaying, 400 gold, not really relevant to our discussion. Torment, always 15 gold. Renewal, if you want to play a healer, this is actually really good. Heal eyes on weapon swap, 8 gold. Yeah, and I do giveaways every Monday and Tuesday, Necron. I give away my money. I literally can't give away it fast enough. Soul Beast and DH your birthday, probably not. Yeah. I was thinking like Elementalist might be okay silhouette, but you know, you have to play piano to play that. Malice, 7 gold. Bursting, 7 gold. All of these are extremely useful on, you know, various builds in the game, right? Even if you're only going to play PB and never touch world versus world. Cleansing you literally can't trade, and it's used on every single world versus world build. What's your name in game, Necron? I'll give you some money. What do you want? Money? Oh, I chat. I promised I'd do trivia. So we can give out money that way. Did I join you in the special forces training area? This is bullshit. Yes, 1 sigil. It's also cheaper than a relic. Then you could go a relic, which is also not glamorous, but will give you access to a lot of stuff. Although most of the relics that you will need for raids, you don't need actual legendary relics for, right? I'm turning this into a squad. I would make 1 sigil and then go for like the return to amulet achievements, because that will also give you a bunch of money. Okay, trivia time. Pick me, I can elect. Solid name. Yeah, good question. I have a short also about that on the channel. I don't expect anyone to watch the shorts though. Let's see here. Here we go, chat. Here's your deep dive lore. Let's see how cultured y'all are. Or how many languages you speak, right? SotO's weird esoteric trivia questions. What is this called? Hang on. But yeah, if you are tuning in, you like this sort of content, we'll be doing like a React stream on Friday. Kashima, go to bed. It's like 11:50 at night. Oh my god, it's got to be so late there. We'll be doing a React stream at noon on noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern on Friday to their balance stream. I'll probably not have a face cam for that. You're on vacation. Nice. Congrats. Just because I want to like put that up as a VOD, and some people use them as reference, I might still be talking over it. We'll see. Deep Wilds. Shit! I can't do it, chat. Alright, so. Hang on. I have a way to do this. Hold, please. This is my little piece of trivia that I learned the other day, right? So. This mount license gives this raptor. Kintsugi raptor. You look at the raptor, chat? Enter. Yeah, relic's not a bad choice, but I would make a sigil. What is the color? So kintsugi, right? Is an art form in Japan in which broken pottery is repaired with a mixture of what and gold? Silver or platinum? I know, build question, right? Yeah, I'll send you some money. I don't usually do it, but, you know, you hang out. No problem with that. I give away just RNG giveaways all the time, though, dude. Hope it helps. Again, if somebody had given me... Like, I don't mind doing this for new people or people getting back into the game, because if somebody had given me 300 gold when I started this game, I would have fucking cried. You knew the gold part, that's it. I was gonna say gold, but it was in the preview, so I don't want to, like, give it away too much. So, exclamation point, that word in chat. So Kinitsugi, the name, or the, probably butchering that, but Kintsugi, aka Golden Journey, translation from Japanese, is an art form in Japan, or is an art form from Japan, can't read, in which broken pottery is repaired with a mixture of what and gold, silver, or platinum. And you're of Japanese. I always feel bad when people ask me Italian questions. Dude, enter it in chat. If people want to copy you, that's fine, Silhouette. If that's your entry, I'll give you money. I don't care. Did you find a build, sir? The man, the myth, the legend? Why don't you have a better sky scale? Oh, you're just testing stuff. That makes sense. There you go. Silhouette has entered Lacquer. We're learning stuff today, chat. Usually it's build question, but today, you know. Yeah, no worries, dude. Just do the Wizard's Vault stuff. The Wizard's Vault, like I said, is like in my little pocket review for SotO, literally the best thing that they put in this game. Period. And if they had to charge everyone $25 to literally only fund that, which I'd like to remind everybody they didn't. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, let's try. All right, let's do this. We got the crossover content you've all been waiting for. I already showed this off in my video a little bit, but this thing is sick. Spawn a golem. Average. Spawn my golem. Adjust the golem. Conditions. All of them. Try raid mode? Oh, yeah, right. Maybe I have to leave and do raid mode? I have to leave and do raid mode. God hates me. I'm gonna do RNG between everybody. Mostly because Silhouette said it first, but is what it is. But again, if people just want money, I'll give them money. I don't really care. Just glad you guys are hanging out. I also dropped you accidentally. Sorry, dude. I made raid mode and it just kicked me out of the game. Oh my god. Dude, he does. Silhouette's smart. Hang on. Hang on. Oh, I can inspect your cosmetics. Get the right color of commander tech. Why can't... Okay. Fight to squad. We did it. Life presents us with challenges sometimes, chat. I am always inviting people to the guild. The one rule for the guild is no political or religious stuff in guild chat. You got like 5... Dude, you don't have to do this if your wife's gonna kill you. That's fine. And if you can't join, I don't know. I clicked the raid thing. It says raid mode. Not letting me in. Well, we found a bug. Or something. I don't know. Maybe because you can do this as a private instance now, you can't join each other's things. Maybe you try making a thing. I'll try to join yours. But if you gotta go, you gotta go. It's no worries, dude. Yeah, our one rule for Vanguards of Ascension is no political or religious stuff in guild chat. Be any level of skill. Totally fine. That's too political. Both of those things are questionable. I protect all beliefs. Let me even look up what that is. I don't personally really believe in God, but I also don't define my beliefs for anybody. So confused about what this is. Oh. This seems too ridiculous to be anything bad. I'll read about it later. Yeah, pretty much. Praise Joko. I'm down with that. Someone actually asked me about, Nice. I said enter the special training area and it just like kicked me out. Yeah, it just kicks you out to the aerodrome. I found a bug, Muckluck! I found a bug! Oh, man. Game's 10 years old, chat. What if I try to enter my own instance and then part of you? Yeah, that's exactly it. If you want a pocket review of what's my review on God, it's that. As imperfect beings, I don't think that we can conceptualize any kind of perfection that's absolute or perfect or anything like that. But again, completely out of chat, and I don't push. Just like anything else, it's just like the Guild Wars thing, right? Don't push your beliefs onto anybody else, right? Oh, buddy. This was doing to me, Rip. Yeah, pretty much. I don't know, dude. If you find one, let me know. Yeah, just slap a, I guess, open bounty on any 40k plus DPS build that can live with Relic of Zakros. Found a Spellbreaker build. Did you now? Is it like a meta build, Gremini? Or is it like just a heal on outgoing? Oh, you probably... I see. Okay, because Dagger offhand can use Sun and Moon style, right? Bladesworn is broken. That's not an opinion. That's a fact. Yeah. Dual Dagger Zakros because... All right, Warrior confirmed the best build. Can it just auto attack though? No, I'm kidding. All right, so there you go. Zakros, Sun and Moon style, dual dagger, Spellbreaker can do it. What is it, bench, Gremini? That's the biggest thing. Because the point I was trying to make in that video, you need to counter. Well, Rip. The point I was trying to get to in that little video, we can wrap it up here. We're already going super late. Thank you for joining, by the way, Chad. I'll try to get this edited into some kind of acceptable format. I know we had some false starts and some encoding issues up on YouTube. See, now it's fine. Computers are magic, dude. Here's the thing. So this build auto attacks for like 30k, and because I'm bad, I didn't have like a, 40k power build, but I'm pretty sure there's one out there, right? And I'm also pretty sure that most of them, yeah, so like 18. Okay, well, if you can survive on 18k, then you're probably, I don't know. What's double 18k? Does that build, I guess the better question, Gremini, if you weren't bad, like, does that build do 40k? Oh, then, yeah, then that's kind of an issue. The point I was trying to make was, again, does this affect the meta or the evolution of the game in a meaningful or bad way? And I think Silhouette has the best response. So again, go read his comment if you want a better explanation of this. But the Guild Wars 2 is 10 years old, and it's moving away from, like, actually needing... You don't need to be hardcore anymore for an MMO, right? Tell YouTube's treating the end. Because it's the end of the story, dude, and people, as much as they don't want to admit it, they click on clickbait. I don't know. But, like, see, auto-attacking... 26k, brain off, good, right? Believe me, I could make my thumbnails way more clickbaity than they are, though. I try not to. I actively try to make them not clickbaity. It's really difficult, considering it's like half of what I do for work. Alright, pulsing damage aura time. Let's go, chat. Adjust environment. Pulses damage aura on, extremely threatening. I will die now, but... you can see it's pretty close, and this is an auto attack guardian. I try to change them to something more descriptive afterward. I don't know. It's just what I had from 2 days ago when I made the stream, scheduled it. Is the real answer. But as I showed off in the other video, if you are bad or returning to the game, there is this, which can survive the most threatening raid boss, aka the damage golem in the game. And yes, there are mechanics. Yes, this won't work for open world as well as one of Lord Hyzen's builds. That's not the point. The point was, it's interesting to think about what the Relic of Zakros is going to do to the meta if you take something like Lifesteal and just put it on a DPS class that normally benches 42k, that'll now maybe be benching 39k with Lifesteal. You now need a healer. Can you run, you know, all quickness DPS, right? It's interesting. It's interesting to think about. Do I think healing will go away as a result of this? No, I don't. Do I think that Snowcross is already going to run, like, basically meta builds, Glass Cannon builds without Relic of Zakros regardless? Yes, I do, because they're good, especially for things like raid tournaments. But the point I was getting at with this that video is that you can now do insane crap like this if I procrastinated this enough. There it is. Okay. So, chat. Ah, we didn't turn the damager on. Fuck. Hold, please. Move. Respawn. Just environment. Damage area on. Extremely threatening. Check this shit out. Oh, thanks, dude. Oh, I can't live. I had the wrong gear on. The edge. I look like an idiot on the internet, chat. Hang on. In combat. How dare I look like an idiot on the internet? I'll just cut it out. What if they disabled it? That'd be funny. Power Scrapper is pretty good, though. Yeah, I know you suggest that as the 4. Yeah, you can do moderate aura with most things. Like the Guardian auto attack thing survives moderate fine. I was just wondering if there was a 40k one that could survive major. Also, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. There's no way for me to see those on the YouTube side, but... Or, I can only see them on Twitch. I'm going to toggle this on and off, because this was working before. First environment, off. On, extremely... Okay. Leaf pistol machine, go. Yep. So, this does like 25k. Look, mom, no hands rotation. There's your hand cam, Gremini. Weirdo. Fun stuff, right? What a time to be alive. I'm getting tired. Need a drink. Again, go hit up the video if you're curious. I just think it's interesting, right? Because that's harder than any raid boss. Yeah, it's just unnerving, invigorating precision. I'll be trying Zakros out on Win World vs. World and let you report back, you know. Maybe on the balance stream, maybe not. Just, yeah, it was crazy in PvE. And now it's still crazy. Now it's 10%. It's like 40 or 30% total if you have Invigorating and Fury in PvP, but no one runs that. I don't know. Again, I'm really much more happy as far as balance reviews, and we can end it on this because I'm really, really, really sweaty and need another shower. Don't come to New York, chat. It's a great state. Don't come here. I think the new relics are cooler than all of the other relics for SotO pretty much that they put out. Oh yeah. I mean, if you want to press other buttons, you can. That's why you bring Basilisk Venom, right? You can actually like break stuff. I think the new relics are cooler because they're just like sort of flat bonuses and they don't have a really affected high internal cooldowns, which is what I've been asking for forever, like Relic of Speed and Relic of the Warrior. I think that affects playstyle more than anything else. There's a place for on you know, heal skill or elite skill relics. I'm glad we got some of those. I'm also glad we got some, like, you know, no cooldown relics. It's sick. All right, chat. I am exhausted. That was a lot of story. It was a lot of recording. It was a lot of pocket review, and there was a lot of artificial drama for no reason. Thank you, Reddit. But that's what they're doing their job. And you know, if you're gonna do something, just don't suck at it, right? It's not a great state. California's awesome. You don't you dump on California? I mean, everywhere has good and bad things. I'm sure it's expensive though. Anyway, I'm SotO. This is Guildwars 2. I will be back on Friday for our, you know, at noon Pacific or 3 p.m. Eastern for the balance reaction VOD. Maybe or maybe not without with a face cam. Maybe we'll hang out afterward and talk about it. I don't know. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed. I think SotO's great. Go grab it. I genuinely think it's worth your money. And that's all I got. Cheers. I'm gonna see you guys in Tyria. Have a wonderful night. Peace out.